This is the Voices of Misery podcast. This show isn't for the easily offended, so PC Police on Patrol stand by. You've been warned. Now, let's join the nerd and nerdette with another podcast for that ass.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That just happened. Yes, for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, listen to the last episode titled The Nerds Interview Vince Russo, because holy shit, that was fun. What do you think about Vince Russo?
I think he's awesome, and I thought it was fun. I had a good time.
We had a few minutes of banter before the show where he just ripped into us, man. It was fun. We just got roasted by Vince Russo.
I kind of wish we were recording at that time.
Like outtakes.
That was funny.
I was thinking, I'm like, because I like to do like a warm open with the people, build a rapport, and we kind of joked around a little bit. He made some jokes about us because we don't put our faces out there, and our longtime listeners know that.
But she couldn't understand.
Yeah,
because I understand he doesn't give a shit.
Well, he doesn't
what people think when he says something, but you got a job that you got to kind of worry about, and sometimes we say things that get us banned on Twitter,
get us into a hot water ski.
So we don't.
Yeah.
I'm still not. I know it's been 9 months. I still don't want my face on there. So whatever. Well, but he made it sound like we were shady people, and he wasn't
like
sure.
You guys are shady.
He wasn't,
I trust you?
He wasn't sure if he should do the interview or if he should just call it quits. And I was
awesome.
dying. I thought that was fucking hilarious.
It was awesome. We had a great time with our new friend Vince Russo. I had a good time, and he even cracked a joke. He's like, who interviewed me last night? He's like, Chris Jericho, and I'm getting interviewed by you too. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, you can't go much higher than Chris Jericho, the exposure his podcast gets. And we're hoping there was some kind of trickle effect where it leads back to us.
Yeah.
Because we're Vince Russo's last interview. I mean, we're newer than the Jericho interview, so maybe
yeah.
So maybe Y2J can send some of that love over this way, man.
You can suck it.
Yeah. But yeah, I had a really good time, and today was just a really nerve-wracking morning because I woke up and I didn't know if I was going to go to work today because the hurricane.
Yeah, this morning sucked. Well, last night, once you got the call or text or whatever, like that ruined our whole night. Like, okay, what's going to happen tomorrow? Because you don't know.
Yeah, we had no idea. It was like, we'll find out at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, so that kind of sucked, and then we had to sit here and wait all morning to figure out what was going on.
And then we heard the news that I was going to be open at the store today, and I immediately said, listen, I got something I got to do, man. This Vince Russo interview, I mean, comes around once in a lifetime. You get in and interview someone that you admire, like a Vince Russo, and I really did admire.
He's busy. We don't know if he would have been able to
guy records
reschedule or
50
whatever.
shows a week.
Yeah, got to take them when you can.
So I was able to go into work late. In my position, I can maneuver things a little bit. So it worked out great. We had plenty of time with Vince. Wish we could have gone a little bit longer, but the thing is like there comes a time in the interview where you kind of know, like, you don't want to give away everything in one interview, So hopefully he can come back on and we can cover even more topics because there's a lot to talk about. He's done a lot of shit. He's had a very fruitful life and career. He's been everywhere. I don't think there's one other personality that can say they've been in every company and did as much as he did.
Yeah.
So
he definitely said some interesting stuff. So.
Yeah, and a couple questions. Thank goodness he said that were never asked before. There was one in particular. And I have to go back and listen to it again, but it was about personalities backstage and he
different types of wrestlers that are back there.
There's 3 types of people, and he went through it very great. He put Jericho over, so hopefully Jericho puts us over.
Yeah, dude, you're dreaming.
Of course, but it will be cool, And there are people in WWE that listen to every single interview because they have to keep their finger on the pulse of what's being said about wrestling in general. So Vince Russo's name is one of those ones.
But it's funny that there's people that have to listen to that stuff.
There's a job, social media something or other, monitor.
But they obviously don't actually really pay attention to what people are saying because if they paid attention, they wouldn't be doing the stupid storylines that they're doing.
I think they just want to know what's being said and if there's anything they could possibly sue someone for. I'm thinking that probably
is that
could
what
be
it
the
is?
big thing. But there's also this podcast network that the WWE's coming out with where they're going to talk about getting people to go on and host shows, not like schmucks like us, obviously, but it'll be like the Pritchard one and something to wrestle with. It'll be those guys probably getting bought out so they can be under the WWE umbrella.
Right, of course.
But I'll tell you what, somebody did listen to that show with Russo because his name is one of those ones that when his name gets brought up and synonymously with WWF or E or whatever you want to call it. There's like a red light that goes off of Vince McMahon's office that just goes, and he has to run immediately, dive to it and listen. So, thank you for listening, Vince, or whoever is in charge of listening to the podcast. Because, yeah, we are the nerds, and thank you for listening. Hopefully you stay on as a subscriber and give us a plug or something. That'd be pretty damn cool. You want to talk about the Jeep?
Oh, we mentioned that yesterday, right? Yep. Or was it the day before? I think it was yesterday.
It was yesterday's, but there's another update on the Jeep.
The Jeep that was stuck on the freaking beach. It was just sitting there on the sand for like no reason. It was there bright and early in the morning. The news had it on there. They didn't know whose Jeep it was. It was locked up. It was abandoned. It was just sitting on the beach for absolutely no reason.
Oh, yeah.
As the hurricane came in, high tide happened and all this stuff. So between the rain and the wind and the waves or whatever, like that Jeep just got completely owned out there. It was out there all the way until this morning. And then this morning they finally had it towed. And they were, like, talking about it. Like, this was, like, the biggest news story.
Huge.
It was massive. It's on all the South Carolina memes now. Like, stupid stuff. But the news was covering it all day. Talking about, what a wreck it was. The windshield was broken. The driver's side door was smashed. The front bumper was demolished. The license plate was curled up. Like, Jesus. The tires were all messed up because...
How did that happen? Was it the waves?
It was probably the waves and the wind, I would assume. It was because it was right there in the ocean. Like, it was just getting covered. The waves were going over the damn thing. So, I don't know.
How did it get there? Did they find out whose car it was or how they got there? Anything like that?
I don't know. I don't know. But I did see a meme about... something like, don't drive on the docks or something like that, or this could happen to you, and the Jeep was there. But I don't know if that's exactly how it happened. Like, I got to do some research, because I'm not catching the whole story, but that Jeep made it all over the place.
Do we really need labels on everything? Is that how fucking dumb people are?
Well, I mean, number one, why are you driving on the beach, right? Why? There are certain types of cars that can do it. Like, you have Beach Patrol or whatever, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they had the golf carts that do it, and then they had the trucks.
Ford trucks could probably do it.
The big trucks with the certain type of tires or whatever. You don't just because you have an SUV doesn't mean it can go in the sand, right? So this SUV got stuck there, and then
and it looked like the owners just abandoned the car.
And it was a beautiful looking Jeep.
Very nice.
It was in good condition, so I don't know what the hell happened.
Like, why do people need to be told not to drive on the beach that close to the water during a hurricane? And it's also like the same kind of people where it's like, don't drink this poison, the bottle that says poison on it, because you could die. Like, you have to put warning labels on all sorts of shit.
The thing is it was there before the hurricane actually hit. Like, right when we were just getting a little bit of wind and a little bit of rain.
But it got stuck somehow.
And it was there, and... like, so damn well the waves didn't come up. Like, the storm surge didn't come and grab it and pull it out there. Like, it was there before anything freaking happened.
They were driving too close. They probably got stuck in some soft sand that was already, like, moist or whatever, and the car just sunk like quicksand. And
freaking morons. Like, I just don't... My thing is, the license plate was on the back, so someone needs to find out whose license plate that is.
Yeah.
And, like,
I'm sure they found the
I'm dying to know the update. There's got to be another one.
What's the story behind that? We got to find out.
What idiot is that? They had to put the picture on TV, because I need to know what idiot did that.
It'd be funny if it was like someone that we saw in the neighborhood or some shit. That'd be kind of fun.
Just Jesus, man.
But do you feel bad for people that do dumb shit like that to themselves? What about people that get sick from drinking like Tide Pod juice or whatever the fuck it is?
No, and I think we've talked about that before, like the stupid
the challenges. But
challenges.
What about people that just do dumb shit? Like they'll fucking drink battery
acid. You see the
acid.
woman in North Carolina that was stranded on the roof of her car?
No.
During the hurricane?
I didn't see that one.
That happened today, because the hurricane was in North Carolina today.
Oh shit, it's still bad.
So,
it was like a 1 or something.
Like the road flooded or something, and she was on top of the roof of her car, and I'm thinking to myself, they tell you to fucking leave.
Dumb bitch. Why are you
They tell you to stay inside. They literally put out curfews. Do not leave, or we will fine you.
That's the moment she wanted.
That
was her moment.
And then she was out there stuck.
That was her moment to be in danger, because idiots that leave when they know something bad's going to happen deserve all the bad things that's going to happen to them. Outside of death, you don't want people to die, but if you're out there fearing for your life...
No, but I just don't understand why people have to...
You deserve that fear.
Nothing's open.
Yeah.
There's nothing open. So where are you trying to get to?
Where are you going? Are you trying to evacuate?
You are leaving way too... That I was just going to say, if you're trying to evacuate or get to a shelter, you're leaving way too fucking late. Like, you should have done that the day before or whatever. Like, you're waiting till the last minute where the roads are already flooded. I just don't understand. Idiot. So, but yeah, I saw that today. Like, the news has been going all over the place today, man. The fucking... I don't know.
Just a real idiot, you know? Like, not a very bright person just to be outside like that. I don't understand it. But yeah, like, that's just what happens in life.
I'll tell you what.
People do dumb shit.
Only, like, I stand on the porch, you know, to have my cigarette or whatever. That, because we're surrounded by trees. When a big gust of wind comes in, like, I'm standing next to the house. Like, I'm afraid the damn tree's going to come down.
Oh, that's
but you don't catch me, like, out in the middle of a freaking road. Yeah. Or, like, just walking around where you can get hit by anything. Mm-hmm. We had tornadoes that came down and, like, you know, hurricanes bring all sorts of shit. But
well, that tornado is the only thing that really scared me because it was in North Myrtle Beach, and I'm like, oh fuck, please, because we had one close to us at one point a couple years back, I think.
Down the street.
Yeah. Oh man,
it was about a mile down the road.
Tornadoes are what really worries me because those can fuck your shit up in seconds, man. Like, just completely destroy your house or your property.
Yeah.
Did you see that viral video of the dog and the lion?
No.
There was a video it was making its rounds. There was like a random dog and like this white lion, beautiful white lion, and you think the video is going to go one way, but it doesn't. The dog.
What, are they friends?
Yeah, they're like best friends. The dog like walks up to it, puts its paw up, and the lion puts the paw up and like smack the hand down. And
oh, the lion was in like a zoo or something.
Yeah, and they were like right next to each other. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, that lion must have been very well fed because if that thing was even the slightest bit hungry or wanted to snack, that dog is done for, man. Or if the dog would have barked at it or something, it would have been over. So, like, man, it's just, oh, man, it was just like a creepy feel because I'm watching it. It's like 45 seconds. And for the first 20, I'm like, when is this thing's head going to get ripped off?
Of course you're watching something like that and thinking the worst.
That's what I mean.
But you keep on watching it.
A dog.
But you keep watching it. I could never even, like, if I was thinking that in my head, move on to the next one. Because I can't sit there and watch something like that.
Well, there's another one about this guy. And this is an old one where he like says he's going to step down from some position of office or whatever, right? And this is older. What he does, he like walks out on stage. He calls a press conference. He walks out on stage, pulls out like a big ass gun out of his fucking briefcase and blows his brains off on TV. And that's when that came out of the blue. I haven't seen it in years, but the guy it was like he was getting accused of something. And he just killed himself. And he did it on live TV, called a press conference, walks out and blows his brains out with a gun. And you see it. It's kind of cool. He has time to put it in his mouth. And
it's kind of cool.
His scalp goes flying.
God, you're a weirdo.
His scalp goes flying and shit. And,
oh, my God.
And that was the end of him, man. He was, obviously. But guess what? He was acquitted of the crime. So.
Of course he was, because he was dead.
Well, I mean, I guess you want to give the victims peace. I don't know what he did exactly. I just saw the video and thought it was something I would like to bring up and talk about because the guy's scalp went up pretty high in the air. So whoever the maker of that gun is, you did a good job because it did what its intended purpose was. To fucking scatter brains all over the place. I don't know. So what do you think about our couple of days off? Talk about someone's brains getting blown out. So what do you think of the days off?
That's the image I'm going to go to bed with.
Oh, jeez. All right, well, then I'll try to take your mind off it before we close our eyes.
Here we fucking go.
You set me up you do this
I don't mean to set you up. You just I don't know. I think that's the only thing on your damn mind. So no matter what I say.
Yeah.
You will twist my words to make it mean something else.
I guess so.
Oh, God.
It's a good thing Russo didn't listen to the show before he came on. Could have been like, yeah,
I think he's got time to listen to this fucking show.
He's recording probably 23 out of the 24 hours that he's awake.
Yeah.
You know, the other hours.
Thank God for that, because I don't think he would have come on.
Oh, Jesus. Well, thank you for not listening, Vince. Hopefully he listens now, though. Now that we're all acquainted, you know?
Oh, man.
Oh, Jesus. But that was just one of our interviews. And I know we've been doing a lot of interviews lately. There's been one, I think, every week for the past couple of months, I think. I think so. I got to really go back and look. But I think we've done, and I can't think off the top of my head how many we've had, but maybe like 5 or 6 in the past 2 months.
We did one every week in August.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first week in September, so we're already rolling.
5 weeks in a row.
And then you had
the homeless chick, 6.
The homeless, but that was last month.
That's the last, yes. I don't know.
When was Sarah J? Was that July?
Oh, yeah, I don't remember. June or July?
I don't... I don't know, but it's been a lot. It's been over a month, so
Yeah, so we've had one pretty much every single week now, and I don't know what the limit of this is. I just think we're just putting out shit when we feel like it. But there are some more coming. I've got a couple people's information, and we're just trying to figure out a time and date for some of this. And some of them I haven't even fully reached out to yet because we're kind of backlogged right now at the moment. You know, we got.
I know that's fucking. Did you ever think that was gonna happen?
I didn't think we were ever going to interview people. I was thinking like maybe like real people on the street. That was kind of my original idea, to talk to like people that were like fucked up, and like the homeless one was the first one I was able to do that was like that, you know, Mary, and yeah, I just wanted to interview like random people just to get their perspective, like a real life thing, and then other things started happening. So eventually I'll probably start doing that again. Those random people. There are some people I've been kind of wanting to get in contact with, and I gave you some ideas on the car ride home, the very long car ride home. That I'll keep to just us for now, because, you know, I want to see if this comes to fruition first. But there are some avenues I'm thinking about going down.
I don't even remember what the hell you said, and that was literally 30 minutes ago.
I'll refresh your memory when we're done with the show here, or maybe during our little mid podcast break.
Oh.
But yeah, I do have ideas of certain people I'm reaching out to. So.
Well, I mentioned something to you yesterday too.
You did, but I forgot because it was just.
See how horrible we are?
I completely
That's
forgot.
Why we're still together, because we don't know what the other one says all the time.
I'm surprised I know where the fuck to drive home. Like Jesus. Well, write it down and then we'll talk about it during a break. Or
I was gonna say something. Oh, the freaking garbage is finally gonna get picked up tomorrow. I'm so freaking happy because yesterday was our garbage day.
Trash.
I hate when so far we've been really good. I think I've only missed one. And when that happens, man, when you miss that garbage day, holy hell, does that suck?
Week?
Because
I'm driving this shit to work to throw in a dumpster.
Yeah, because this company won't take any extra. Doesn't matter if it's a garbage bag next to your garbage can. They will not take it. So, like, when you miss that... Huh?
They don't get out the car. They have a machine that dumps it.
That's why. Just picks it up, which, I mean... Good for you, but if I miss a freaking week, man, like, that's a lot of trash. And then yesterday was garbage day, and I'm like, oh my god, we're full. But I was hoping they would pick us up today. They're picking us up tomorrow. Thank God.
You know what?
I seriously hate that, because then you get, like, you got stuff in there. Like, I don't need maggots and flies and nasty shit.
The screwy thing is, like, I used to want to be a garbage man when I was younger.
Well, yeah, because they make good money.
They make really good money. You would never realize it, but my friend's dad was a garbage man up in Jersey, and he made like 20-something bucks an hour, and didn't have to fucking talk to another person except for his coworkers. That's it. So there was no customer service. There was no complaints, no bill payments. You
get weekends off. You get holidays off.
Yeah, you get really good hours. Like if you finish off your route, like this is why it wasn't my friend's dad. He was part of the reason. There was another guy. He made like $800 a week or some shit like that. This is going back well over a decade ago. I mean, I was like 21 years old. Damn, like 15, 16 years. Damn, I'm fucking old. But I was 21 years old, so 16 years ago exactly, you know. And the guy, it was like a efficiency. It was like $100 a week you pay to stay in this place. It was like a men's housing unit, and we all had to share a bathroom, but we each had our own like individual rooms. I think I talked about this before. And the guy, he was making like $800 a fucking week, and I'm like, dude, that's insane for And this is back 16 years ago. That's really good money back then. And you were living in $100 a week place, and he was the party guy. He would have the cocaine and the fucking booze and shit, and we could go out to the bar, and he would get sloshed, like shit-faced drunk. And he would leave in the morning at 5 o'clock in the morning and be home by like 1 or 2 every day. And made that kind of money. So he would start getting drunk, and I would come home from work at like 4 or 5, and he'd be sloshed and fucking handed me beers the second I came in. He'd have cases of beer and just drugs lined up. And I didn't really partake in the drug as much, but he partied with everybody that was there, and they would get fucking put the shit up their nose and just get fucked up. I'd drink beer. Occasionally I'd have a little something, but not often. I was 21, and I was my first apartment, and I did party. And here I am making like $200 a week. This guy's making $800, and he just paid for everything, food, fucking go to the strip club and fucking hang out. And he would just give money out.
Are you sure that was a garbage person?
Yeah, he was a garbage man. He worked at this garbage company for years.
Sounds like an awful lot for back then.
He made a lot. It was like $800. Well, you got to figure it's Jersey too. And
what the fuck does that have to do with it?
I mean, in the Northeast, you got paid more, I guess, than what you would think they get paid down here now. I don't know.
I would still think that's an awful lot.
But I wanted that job so much because I'm thinking all the extra money. I'm like, wait, so you basically pay for your entire rent with one check and have $300 left over, and then get all this other money? He's like, yeah. And he was paying for some shit. He had like a lot of issues because he was a real drunk. He would get shit faced where he could understand that the words come out of his mouth. You know how some people, when they get so drunk, their face transforms? And they look like their shit is like smushed in, and their face is red, and they got like that weird look, you know. That's what this guy looked like. Forgot his name. And there was another guy there who was like a recovering alcoholic, and this guy would just throw beer in his face, and this guy would get shit faced like every other night. Sometimes he'd be good, but if you put alcohol in his face, he would get fucking destroyed. He died. Actually,
well, that's nice.
He died because
that's
he was
fucking
so drunk.
great.
There was a real cast of characters in that place, man. There was another guy who was like mentally ill, and they paid for his house. They just threw him in there, and he would talk to himself, scratch his head and shit, and he would like scream at night. If he didn't have his medication, he would like scream, and you'd be like sitting there. He would like howl at the moon and shit.
Man, thank God my first apartment was not like that. I would lose my mind.
Yeah, and like I remember one night he like knocked on my door and asked if I had any rum. This is the crazy guy, and he had just gotten his like first of the month check or whatever. And I woke up and there was like all this cash slid under my door because I gave him like 2 shots and all this cash. I'm talking about like at least $400 of cash. And I gave it back to him because I'm like, this is this guy's money for the month. I have a job of getting paid, you know, and that's all he gets is like probably like $400 or $500. So I gave it back to him, like all, you know, because I felt really bad because I'm like, why did this guy slide? I remember part of the night because I was drunk. And he was like scratching his head, and he was like, "Hey, fucking drank, blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll hook you up, man." You know. And I gave him a couple shots, and he came in my room and sat with me for a little bit. We bullshit, and I had the guitar, played a little bit on there, fucking around, and then he left. And I woke up, and all this money was slid on my door. There was some cash on the outside too that was still there because everybody got so fucked up. No one got up before noon if it was a day off or whatever. And yeah, I gave the guy all his money back, and I was like, "Yeah, I got to get out of this place, man." They got 2 drunks, another guy who was like pothead, cokehead. It was a really crazy thing, and one of the guys that lived there, the recovering alcoholic guy, he used to want to have sex with the landlord who was in the building over that had nicer places with their own private bathrooms and shit. I was in the cheaper place, and I remember one night he was like calling for her at like 2 a.m. Like I forgot what the hell her name was, like Lorraine, like some old lady name. And he kept calling for her, and she was a slut. She would come and fuck.
Some old lady name.
Yeah, it was like Lorraine or some shit. I forgot her name. But he was like calling for her one night, and she had a reputation to like fuck. She was fucking at least 2 of the guys, the garbage man and the crazy guy. And her daughter was like 18, like just freshly out of high school, 18, and she was screwing the guy across the room from me. I mean, his name was Walter, and he was a fucking big time drug addict. She would like go in his room for like ever. And I remember she tried to get in my room once, and I'm like, no, fuck this, dude. She was a big bitch. The daughter was. And then I remember like one night her and the mom were in my fucking room hanging out and shit. Like, what the fuck is going on here? It was just the weirdest time. And the daughter was like, I'm going to make moaning sounds to make Walter jealous. I'm like, wait, what?
What the hell is wrong with you,
dude, this
man?
is crazy shit. It's all coming back now. Again, I just thought it was just the weirdest thing. Like, she came in my room, we were hanging out for some odd reason. We never did anything. Never. I never did anything with either one of these, the old lady or the daughter. But the daughter was hanging out one day, and she was like, how about we pretend we're doing stuff? Because the guy was like listening by the door. Because I know I never had confirmation, but I always thought that they had something going on. He was an old man and she's 18, you know, and I'm like 21. And she was like, I'm like, nah, let's not do that, you know, because this is my drug hookup when I'm in the mood. I'm not fucking with this guy. I don't want him to get mad at me. So it was just, I don't know. How the fuck did I just go off on this whole like reminiscent rant of weird...
You're bringing up some weird shit that I never knew. I think you're a fucking freak.
No, I told you this before.
Not all that.
The guy Walter would knock on my door, but he was really weird about the drugs. Like, I would give him like a few bucks or whatever. So or like, I forgot how it worked, but I remember I used to have to turn the light off and unlock the door, and I would sit there and wait in like dead silence. Like, even like the old desktop computer was turned off.
Weird, man.
And then I would see like a flash of light. I would hear something hit the table, and then he would take the cash, and then that was it.
But you knew it was him. Why couldn't you be seen?
I don't, like, dude, I know what you fucking look like. We see each other every morning on the way to the bathroom, you know? And he
that boggles my mind. That it was a bunch of apartments with one bathroom.
Yeah, I hated it.
I don't understand that. Are you sure it wasn't like just a house?
No, they were miniature apartments because like they would have like numbers.
You all
on the
had
door.
your own kitchens and stuff.
No, it was just a bedroom. You had like a bedroom, and then you would have like your own personal closet that was small, like a heater.
So it was a house.
It already had a bed. It had furniture in it already. Everything was furnished, but it was just like they used to call them efficiencies, I guess. Do you call them? And
I've never heard of that in my life.
you had a TV, you had a fridge, you had all this shit. I guess it was like a really cheap hotel that you would stay in. But there was
no bathroom and
there
no
was one
kitchen.
bathroom in that one. The other building had their own private bathrooms. They were much nicer. You had like a bedroom, a living room, a small like kitchen area, and you had like a really nice sized bathroom. So I made friends with the guy in the next building, and I used to use his shower because he was like a nice, cool dude, you know, and he was like, yeah, use my shower instead, you know, and he was really cool because the one that I was in had all these crazy people, and I used to wear like rubber shoes in the shower. It was like a step ahead of prison.
So how long were you in there?
I was only there for maybe less than a year, and then I lost my job
A
at
year?
Yeah, I was working at ShopRite. It might have even been like 5-6 months. I don't remember the exact time frame. It wasn't long.
Dude, oh my God.
Because something happened at my house, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go try this alone thing, and my dad knew the old lady with the freaky daughter, and well, she was a freak too, this old bimbo, and he knew her. I don't want to know how the fuck he knew her. No, actually, he managed one of those buildings. Okay, so anyway, he got me in there through that, and that was just a weird fucking thing because it was like a dark path of just weird shit. Every night there was something crazy going on, but I lost my job at ShopRite because I fucked around too much there, and
that's what happens.
dude, I slept around a lot.
Keep
I'm not gonna
the
line.
shit in
I
your
slept around
fucking
a lot.
pants.
There was a lot of drama there.
Oh my
and then
God.
I see. At least I'm open about my past. I was a fuck up, and you've known this about me for years. And yeah, and I used to just drink a lot, and I cared more about drinking than paying my own bills and shit. So that was my first apartment experience. And this all came out of me saying I wanted to be a garbage man. So
I had no idea by bitching about the garbage that this
we would go this far down
go
this fucking tunnel of
Jesus
bullshit.
Christ. I'm so sorry I even brought it up.
I mean, it was just, it's about garbage, man. You were talking about the garbage being picked up, and here we go.
Because I'm ecstatic. I really thought we were going to have to wait another week, and I was like freaking out because what the hell were we going to do?
Do you see what you get excited about when you start getting old?
Yeah, I know,
Garbage
seriously.
being picked up. Who cares when you were a kid about garbage being picked up?
I get excited when I have new sponges for the freaking sink. For the dishes.
Yeah.
I can't wait to buy new freaking sponges. Like, I get excited over the dumbest shit now. Dryer sheets. I literally, like, I can't wait to get new dryer sheets. I'm going to get a different scent next time. And I'm just going to go in there and sniff all the freaking boxes. Like, oh, this one smells good this time.
I'm going to go get waterfall.
What color did I have last time? I had purple, so I'll get blue.
And the crazy thing is, it's spring mist and it's wintertime. It smells like spring.
I don't know. I
Taboo.
I get excited over... That's my life.
Yeah.
I get excited over dumb shit. But, you know, whatever. I'm sure there's other weird adults out there that feel the same way.
I get excited over really dumb shit too, like a day off of work or a couple of days off of work. And that's really it. That's what I get excited about. Oh Jesus.
God.
Yeah, there's just a lot to get excited about, I guess, you know, in life. But the older you get, it's just the more simplistic it becomes because you realize that there's things in life that just don't matter and things that do. You know, I mean, that's the way I see it, at least. Some people get excited over like new cars and shit if you got money, but we just get excited.
I get excited
over
when
things.
the lawn gets mowed.
Me too. I like when the lawn gets mowed when the weather changes.
We get our lawn mowed every 2 weeks, and
that's going to be coming up.
Yeah, actually, yeah, this Monday.
Cha-ching.
And it lasts pretty much for 2 weeks, but that second week it just starts to grow and go crazy. And like we got snakes down here and weird spiders and all sorts of shit. And like I don't even want to step a foot in the yard. You know, that the second half of the second week. So when he comes to mow the lawn, I get so freaking excited. Like, oh, it looks so nice and clean.
And it's like a quick like dust up job he does, you know. But it really does. It works out pretty good. I like the fact that we don't have to do it ourselves, but we'll probably get into doing that eventually. Get a few bucks, we'll buy a lawnmower. It's gonna be hard to say goodbye to our lawn person. Though he's a nice old man.
Yeah. If we get a shed, we would have to get a shed because there's nowhere to. We have nowhere.
Well, I definitely do want a shed. There's
or
reasons,
build a garage. We need something.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why I want a shed. There's a lot of reasons why. Just to store stuff in there and just to have like a place to escape from you guys once in a while would be nice.
Fuck you.
It's a nice place to get the
You
fuck
sleep
away.
in the bedroom. Where else do you need to go?
The reason why I'm in the bedroom so much is because
the video game
we
system's in
play
here.
not much anymore. We don't really play them as much. I don't know what's going on with that whole thing. You want to talk about the phones today? We're bling, 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 bling all day long.
Oh, Twitter.
Oh my
Twitter
goodness.
was popping today.
We appreciate the heck out of that. To all our new Twitter followers. A lot of Twitter followers came out of the woodwork today. At least, what, 10?
Yeah, that was amazing.
At least 10, which is pretty damn big, I think. Significant amount, because like it was stagnant for a while. We just had like our normal people, and all of a sudden they just started real people coming in and immediately retweeting and liking and commenting and saying what they thought of the show. We actually got a really good one that I wanted to read out real quick. That's all I was messing with my phone for. I was trying to get the comment up.
Be careful with the static.
Oh yeah. So we got two really good ones that just kind of like made me like feel good inside, like warm and fuzzy. This was a fabulous interview and a great entertaining conversation. You all had learned so much. And first off, happy to see that you both are safe and sound. Great episode you delivered here, and I'm truly loving each one I have had a chance to listen to so far. Love the content what you delivered. And there's just been plenty of like things like that, you know. People coming out of the woodworks and shit like that. It's just been really nice. And this is what we've basically been wanting, is this kind of feedback. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, any feedback is good feedback, in my opinion, because it shows that people are listening. And people are definitely listening today. And today being the day that we recorded Russo, we're doing this one the same day, and we'll release it later.
Yeah, we'll release this a different day.
Yeah, we'll release it on a different day. Because I think even...
You still have the damn solo. And, like, seriously, people, he has not re-listened to it. Maybe I should be the one to listen to it.
Maybe. And
because it's just sitting there.
I was drunk. I don't want to put that out there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We have to listen to it before we can release it. Did you put a date on there?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
I probably won't put that one out. I think that was just me reacclimating myself to talking about myself for a half hour. And people are probably like, you never shut the fuck up on this one. It's because she doesn't want to talk as much, okay? Someone's got to talk.
Whatever, man. I talk.
Well, and also, I think my solos have been replaced by the interviews lately. Because I've been doing a lot of solo interviews, and I had another guest on there. And the reason is like, we're not replacing you on this show. It's just you don't like doing interviews.
I'm not an interview
You've said
person.
it that you don't like doing it.
Yeah.
And I've been begging for you to come on all these. I've been like, hey, why don't you to sit in on this one? Or
I know, but
I
don't want to sound stupid because I don't know anything about the person that we're interviewing.
Yeah.
Like if I know nothing about it, like Vince Russo was fun today. I know who he is. I had my own questions that I wanted to ask him, and I did.
You have fun with Billy Ray.
Which one was that? Oh, that's Conspiracy one. That one was fun too.
Cool. Those are topics that you can relate to.
If it's something I can relate to or I know about, I'm all for it. But I just don't want to be like, especially the adult film star. I know nothing about that. I've never watched porn in my life.
That's bullshit.
No, it's not.
You've never watched the porn in your life.
Never in my fucking life.
Look at that.
Never in my fucking
Her nose
life.
is poked me in the eye from across the table.
I'm just not interested in any of that. So I think, why would I be in that interview?
I don't know. Maybe because I'm a guy. I don't know. I mean, like I've watched all of the ones.
And you have
that
one
on
coming
there.
up. Hopefully, right? You're supposed to be talking to him, and
This guy's gonna be. He's gonna be.
And I remember him as a kid, but he's done other things that I know absolutely nothing about. So it would be cool to be in that interview, but I know nothing about the other stuff.
There's so many different things to talk about with this guy, and we'll discuss more off the air because I'm excited for it, and I know there's a lot of people excited.
I'm just not an interview person. I don't like being asked questions. I don't like asking questions. I like the way you and I banter back and forth because that's how we do off the mic. This is how we are every day. So
this is exactly what we're known for. We're known for our shows together. I think
so I'm more comfortable with that. But being forced onto an interview that's not it's not going to come out good. That's why I'd rather just step back.
I was supposed to text the guy today. I'm going to text him tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. I'm going to text him and be like, hey, listen, let's just record this next week. Maybe that'll take the place of my solo again. Who knows? I do like doing the solo shows. I really do. But I enjoy the interviews. I like getting
people like your solo shows. They like you.
Do.
They like you bitching and
they like me going
complaining
crazy.
And ranting.
You know what? Tomorrow.
You know what? Your favorite list. I have not listened to your solo shows in months. It feels like it's been months.
Yeah, it's been a while.
But even towards the end when you were doing your solo shows, I wasn't listening to those. The last one I think I listened to was the Tuxedo.
Tuxedo,
the
man.
Tuxedo
Gown.
That
was a fun one, yeah.
I laughed my ass off so hard. People, if they're new listeners, they need to go back.
Tuxedo Gown, his name was. The episode title.
You have to go back and listen to that. It's not meant for kids. So, because
I don't think our show is at all.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, any
Vince
new
Russo
listeners, there was a lot of swearing in that one. But, like, I laughed so hard because she was just so funny. I don't know if that was, like, the Oscars. I don't know what the hell that was.
So, basically, the gist of it was this guy shows up to an award show. I think it was the Oscars. And he's wearing a tuxedo gown. And let me say it again, he is wearing a tuxedo gown. Now, I don't have a problem with people expressing themselves or doing something.
But that was for attention.
Yeah, you're doing it on this grand stage where you know everyone's going to be looking at you. And you're doing it because it's not like a, hey, I'm brave. It's, no, look at me. Look at me.
I could see it in my head. He had the upper part.
It was a tuxedo.
Was a tuxedo with a little bow tie and stuff. Nice little blazer, like a little suit jacket, whatever the hell you call it for men. And then like a fucking skirt. A black skirt.
A flowing skirt.
Underneath. And I'm just like, what? And he had dress changes. He changed his outfit.
I know, man.
Multiple times. And it was just like...
What are you trying to do here?
I don't know. I can't remember his name, and I don't know who the hell he is, but
he's
you know
known.
It was for attention. That's all it was. And he got it. He definitely got it, so good for him. But, man, that podcast that you did was freaking hilarious talking about that.
I appreciate it. I enjoyed it. It was a fun rant, and it came from the heart, because that was when I raged out a lot more.
Whenever the Oscars were out, that's the month you need to look. Like, just keep scrolling back until you find it, because that was a good episode.
I raged out a lot back then, and I don't know if I've calmed down. Maybe it's because I'm back on CBD. That I've calmed down a lot more. But there are things that work me up all the time. But a lot of times, it's just the microphone isn't nearby, and it just happens in real life.
You know what maybe you need to do?
Go off of CBD.
Do another... No. Please don't do that. Maybe you need to just do another podcast while you're driving, like on the way to work.
Oh,
that could be another
fun.
solo podcast.
Those are really fun. But then I can't listen to like my shows that I listen to.
Well, you know what? Screw you then. I don't know. I can't find the time for you to do it.
Maybe I'll do one next week on a drive to work. Maybe I'll do that. But I don't know. I don't think I've calmed down though. I think I'm still just as insane as ever, like screaming and cursing and shit. But
oh, it's gonna get that way because don't we have football this week now?
Oh yes.
Which we mentioned with Vince Russo about the whole
Giants stinking.
Thing. Yeah.
You guys need to go back and listen to that Russo show. It's one of my favorites.
Are the Giants playing this Sunday?
What's going on? They're playing the Cowboys.
At what time? So I can hide?
I don't know the exact time and date of the game. I haven't.
Oh, they're playing the Cowboys.
They're playing the Cowboys. They're gonna get rolled probably because everyone's predicting like a 27-16-ish score. That's what I've been seeing. Yeah, Giants getting beat up, getting some trash time touchdowns. We'll see what happens. I don't see them doing very well this year. One guy predicted the Giants go like 10-6, which is crazy. But the way he broke down the schedule kind of makes sense. But it requires them to split games with certain teams like the Cowboys and the Eagles, which I just don't see happening. I see like a optimistic and worst case scenario for the Giants go like 8-8 or 7-9, where like they kind of win, lose, win, lose, win, that kind of thing. Because I want Eli out, and in order for him to get out, the Giants have to start the season like 2-6 in order for him to put the other guy in.
Yeah, but you say that every year, and every year they start like that.
But this year.
And they still play him.
This year they drafted someone who's looking real good, and they drafted him very high. They drafted this guy, Daniel Jones, very high. My jersey should be getting shipped soon when they confirm his number, so I'm excited about that. Hoping he gets his college number. It's like 17 or some shit. I want his real number. And thank you for NFL Network or NFL Shop for doing that too. They make you wait for your jersey, but only until...
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, because like if this guy's number 8 right now and he's number 9, during the season, I'd be pissed. So I'm glad they do that. They make you wait so long, and it was a free jersey anyway, so whatever, I'll take it. What else would you like to talk about?
Well, today was your first day back at work.
Yes,
was it good? Were you busy?
We were actually really
complaining
busy.
Or anything? For
us, we were very busy, and we did a very good job. We had one of our best days in a long time. It could have been better, but certain things happen, obviously. You can't always get the sale.
It was busy the day after a hurricane. That cracks me up.
People want to handle business. And the roads really weren't that bad. There was only like 2 big puddles that I had to kind of go really slow through.
You didn't see any like trees down or anything? I haven't left this house. I don't know what the hell's going on.
A couple trees down, and mostly in Georgetown. Like right before you get to the main bridge, there's like a power line had a tree like hanging, like it could snap at any given moment. It was just hanging there. So It really wasn't that bad. There was water and leaves and shit that blew over the place. Obviously, you're gonna see that ugliness all over the place, but it really wasn't bad.
Our yard is full of leaves and twigs now.
Small stuff.
I'm like, oh God, fall is coming. We're gonna have to start freaking raking and shit.
It really wasn't bad, and I'm glad that we didn't get hit with this thing head on or anything like that. It was nice.
Did everyone show up?
Everyone did show up.
Damn, man.
Everyone showed up. No one really had. I mean, some people came in late, but they're not going to get in trouble.
Well,
because, yeah. If anyone evacuated, because the news fucking told them that World War X was going to happen.
They didn't say that. You were so man. You exaggerate so damn much. They didn't say anything like that. It would have been World War III. And did you see the tin come from? Because you talk a lot of crap. Like it nothing really happened. Blah blah blah. Nothing happened where we are living.
That's all I care about.
But did you see all the pictures that were posted online? Did you see the Merle's Inlet Square Mall? No. Where we literally go shopping at the Green Walmart right across the street.
How bad was that? I didn't see it.
Completely flooded.
Oh, shit.
It was completely flooded. And then this morning, I don't know where the water went, but it mysteriously freaking vanished. It wasn't there.
I don't know if it was
I don't know how that happens.
It evaporates, gets soaked into the ground.
It was like halfway up the sign, the water. The news was posting all the pictures.
Maybe they Photoshop it to make things look worse than they are.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised, but...
It wouldn't, no, because remember the Anderson Cooper guy last year? When he was he went in a puddle and kneeled down. Remember that? And they showed the real picture?
No, I don't remember that, but I do remember, and I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but this was everywhere. Where a newscaster was out there bearing for his life,
blowing away, and other people walking by just finding shorts.
Two guys behind him were just walking by.
What's this guy doing?
Behind him just completely fine.
It just proves, and I think Trump might have retweeted that as fake news. Which
I don't know. It was amazing. That was so funny.
The Anderson Cooper one, anybody can look it up online, Anderson Cooper flood hoax or some shit. You can probably look it up that way.
I've never seen that.
Oh, it's really good. So basically what happened was there was a guy who was filming it all, I guess, and he was next to a stop sign and filming downwards as Anderson Cooper was waist deep in a puddle, and you could tell it wasn't a puddle. He was kneeling in it or some shit. Hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick, so I can show you.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why do they have to do that?
Because they want to make things seem worse. I don't know. They want to make it seem like things are worse than they are. This is where I got all this shit from. Yeah, here it is. Is this Anderson Cooper standing in a ditch? Yeah.
Right, well, the camera's right there. Or the mic is there. Oh, that's... Oh, okay.
You see it? It's
all right,
bad.
I see it. So, hopefully that didn't cause any static because he brought the phone over here, but that's funny.
Yeah, there's just another one there, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God!
Yeah, so he was
other people standing up.
The other people are standing up just fine, and he's in his waist. It's dude, come on, man! Really, why?
That's hilarious.
Why, dude? Why? It's really bad. It's pathetic.
Oh man, I know it's not an hour yet, but I think we need to stop because it is 8:30.
Oh, it's 8:30. Yes, we gotta do something with the children, and we'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
My name is Stevie Richards, and I'm the owner and founder of Stevie Richards Fitness. I started Stevie Richards Fitness with one simple mission statement: to help others. I know what it's like to be injured. I know what it's like to be hurt. I know what it's like to be in pain each and every day of your life. I also know how to modify to overcome that pain, to overcome that discomfort, to overcome your injuries. And that's why I created the programs I did at Stevie Richards Fitness. Every single exercise has a modification. Everything can be successfully completed, no matter your age or fitness level. And that's what I infused in the 12 and 16-week resistance band training programs to pass along to you at an affordable, accessible price. Believe in yourself because I believe in you, and I'm here to help you every step of the way.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We had a little mid-break like we do sometimes, and we like to thank our friends, Stevie Richards, for his, just what he does for people. The whole Stevie Richards Fitness, getting people back into shape one fitness band
You know
at
what?
a time. I love it.
He needs to get you on this damn treadmill. That's what he needs
He doesn't do the treadmill. He does the he
I
does
know
the fitness
the
resistance
bands,
bands.
yeah.
But I'll tell you what. All right, I'm promising Sunday. I'm getting back to it Sunday, and the reason is.
Oh, Sunday because I can actually sleep in.
Well, no, not just that. I mean, I can do it during the day when you get out. My plan is we're gonna record. Today's Friday, and we're gonna record something tomorrow, and just to have something on backup. We're gonna post this one tomorrow.
Yeah, because I actually liked having the one on backup.
It's awesome.
We've had a couple on backup, and it was nice to just be able to
Just
post
post it
one
and
out.
chill out, you know.
Yeah.
So I do have a vacation coming up.
Fuck me.
October. I have one coming up in October for Halloween week.
Oh, you have Oh, good.
Yeah. So
You were allowed to do that?
of course, it was put in way before.
Nice.
So I'll be able to do that. I might take a couple days, maybe. It's September right now, right? So I might take a couple of days, beginning of the month or something.
These kids haven't even mentioned anything about Halloween yet. I don't know what the hell they want to be at all.
Oh, we still got time. We got plenty of time to think about that. Do you have any more to add about fake news? Anything, any comments or anything you want to talk about? Because, I mean, I think those pictures were hilarious.
See, I don't go down rabbit holes or anything, so I have
just do.
unless it's on the news,
Yeah.
I have no idea.
And they're never going to show their flaws.
Yeah.
Unless it's about the other networks or
So
whatever.
unless you bring it to my attention, like I only know about the one that I mentioned with the one hurricane because it was everywhere. People were just pointing it out, and I thought it was funny.
Well, they're always standing next to something that's horrible. Like even the coverage on this one, they were standing next to the one house on the block that lost their roof, and this is horrible, and like a pizza sign fell, and they were like, look at this, a pizza sign fell. And it's like, okay, now what about across the street where there's a rainbow? It's like, why do you have to highlight the bad all the time? What is it about evil or horrible things that happen? Is it because it sells like bad thing, like happy thoughts don't sell, but bad shit does? Maybe that's what it boils down to. It's got to be something like that. And what does it say about us as a society that we can't take our eyes off of bad shit?
We're fucked up.
What does it
That's
say
all.
about us? Now, let's say if there was a car wreck across the street, right?
I would be looking.
You'd be staring and watching the whole time, you know?
Yeah.
But
I think everybody would be doing that.
Yeah, but if a family's playing and getting along, and the children and everyone's hugging and kissing and saying how much they love each other, we're not watching that shit. We don't. We might
I don't
open the
give a
window,
fuck.
like fucking weirdos, and then close it.
Go have fun. But if you're gonna if there's an accident in front of our house or something, of course I'm gonna look. The last house that we had, you and my dad were passed out, right? And me and my stepmother were awake, and we were just sitting there talking, and out of nowhere, a car just spun out of control and hit a tree across the street and burst into flames. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And like, you two were just passed out. The kids were passed out. So her and I went.
Did we wake up?
No.
We stayed. Damn, we were fucking.
But her and I were just standing out on the front lawn. Everyone was out of their house, of course, just watching, and the people were over there trying to get the guy out of the car. And oh my god, that's probably the most dramatic thing I've ever actually seen that was close.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what the hell happened, but he went right into the freaking tree and it just blew up.
I mean, that was a horrible street to drive on because it was always pitch black.
There was no streetlights.
No streetlights. You couldn't see it. It was very narrow.
And even after that, they never put a streetlight in.
Yeah, very narrow roads too. It was like an old country road. Everything's close together.
Deer. There was deer, foxes.
Deer. So much shit.
But there was no streetlights, so I don't understand why they never fixed that. I used to hate working overnight and then coming home at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
You never knew it was going to be out there.
I didn't know if people were outside. I didn't know what animals were out there. And our front door in that place was very hard to unlock. You had to hit it a certain way or whatever.
That's right.
And I always struggled.
The back
so
door, right?
I always had to go through the back door so I could get right in.
Yeah.
And going in that backyard, man, even with the light on, ugh.
There was always something, even like a stray cat.
No, I remember I don't know what the hell they are, but this massive thing that looked like a rat, but it wasn't a rat. Like possum is a
possum. Yeah.
Is that what looks like a
ugly
rat?
as fuck, yeah.
That was out in the backyard. I freaked the hell out. I ran up those damn stairs so freaking quick.
You know, we had bats. Remember that night we got attacked by bats? They were flying
The bats in
all
the
close and
backyard.
shit?
You know.
Because there was like some shed that was just abandoned, and it was like over to the right
next
of
door.
us. Yeah, they were all like run down and just dirty, and this is a place where bats would live. Like if you were a fucking bat, you would be like, "Hey, this is my new mansion."
It was definitely a country place that we lived in.
Very
and, like,
country.
The animals, like, and I don't mind seeing them during the day, but if I'm coming home in the middle of the night, man, please don't be out there.
Motherfucker, man. The only thing more annoying than animals are those captchas at the bottom of the freaking web pages when you're like, okay, prove you're a real human being, and you got to do this captcha, which is like, okay, I want you to click on every fire hydrant, and then the fire hydrants, they disappear.
Oh,
but then
yeah, I don't like those either. Or the street lights.
What sadistic son of
The
a
bus.
bitch created those?
I don't know, but it's annoying because I'll click because there'll be a sliver of the bus in the picture.
Yeah.
So I'll click that picture and nope, got it wrong. But
so
dude,
dumb.
if you look at the picture, yes, it is in that picture. Like, and then you have to do it again, and then you have to type a stupid code and then hit "I'm not a robot." I fail
I like
those.
the simple math ones, like what's 2 times 2 or something. Like,
Yeah,
because like
give me
it's
something
clear,
like that,
you can
please.
see it. It's not like and you would have an easier time deciphering a bowl of alphabet soup when like you fucking scoop your spoon in there and there's all these jumbled letters and shit. That's exactly what it looks like, but worse. When you're doing that one where it's like B C D X capital C D H,
and then it's blurry.
It's
blurry, and then you're like, okay, is that a lowercase
and
p
they're layered.
or not?
And they're layered, so like the L would be on top of the C, on top of a G, and you're like, wait, is that an E or a K? What the fuck is that? And
yeah, I don't
what
like
computer? I mean, shit. You really have to be half cyborg to figure that shit out. So technically, I am
So
a robot, you
fucking
asshole.
annoying.
Obviously. And like I've had so many that I just give up sometimes. Where I screw up so many times on it because it's like how many bicycles are like fucking.
I haven't had it in a while. I'm trying to think. I sometimes I forget like the password because there are times where we have to change the password or add a stupid mark or whatever on there, and I'll be like, and I'll forget, and so I'll type the password in a couple times wrong, and I'm like, fucking hell, and then I get stuck having to do that crap. And then you have to do it over and over and over again, like the next 10 times that you log in.
I hate it.
I think, is it Podbean that does that? Something did it to me, and I had
not
to...
Podbean. I don't think it was Podbean. It's something very annoying that
Multiple
Facebook or
times
Twitter
I had to
maybe,
freaking do that. Well, Facebook, you can fucking forget it.
Dude,
I don't
Facebook
even know.
is the fucking worst.
I don't know
website.
what my password is on there, so if I get locked out, I'm screwed.
But it's a horrible website too. We talked about this where they beg for your real name, your phone number, and shit. Like, dude, stop. I created this for a reason. Okay, I'm trying to make a fan page or something.
You know,
like, no, we
back
need
in
your
the
name.
day, MySpace didn't ask for any of that information.
No.
You made a fucking profile, and that was it.
God bless them. You could pretend to be any celebrity you want. It didn't matter. You can trash people as much as you
Seriously.
wanted. You can make them fuck each other.
I don't
Whatever, weird
understand
shit.
why Facebook is so anal about it.
Because they think they're the superpower in America where they have to control everything.
And their freaking ads are annoying. I'm getting more ads now than I've ever gotten before, and I don't look anything up.
And it used to be the cool website. It was like the cool college student website where the college kids would stay in touch with each other. Then it became something huge, and then everyone's grandmother had Facebook. And then it's like, okay, now games are being on there. And
I did. I was
one.
I was one of those people when the games first started coming out, like Castleville.
I remember you played a lot of those stupid games.
Yep. And I would spend money on them, and they were addicting.
Cool one. Oh, I remember the Jenga ones I would get you, or whatever,
The,
gift cards.
Yeah. That Castleville, and when they stopped doing that game, I was so upset. But like there was another Walking Dead had one on there,
fun.
And that was fun. But like now it's just like I don't play any games at all on Facebook. I have a couple people on there, and it's just like I don't know. It's just obnoxious.
You know,
it's nothing but ads now, and it's stuff that I would never fucking use ever in my life.
Fucking terrible.
So
shit.
why am I seeing this shit? And then I'll hit hide ad, and then it's irrelevant to me. And then it's like, well, you can go in your settings and you can set blah blah blah.
But
no, you fucking can't.
You can't.
Because I've tried that, and the ads still keep popping up.
Hey, give us your phone number.
Warcraft.
Like
I get that all the time.
It's like
I've never played that.
It's like some creepy fuck at the bar. Hey, all right, now let me get your phone number. No. Seriously, I need your phone number. It's like weird shit that they have. Hey, what's your real name?
I hate Facebook. I hate it. I have 14 friends on there, I think. And, like, you know what? That's family and stuff that doesn't get to see the kids, and that's it. And not to mention, I have way too many goddamn pictures of the kids on there now. And in order to delete your profile, you got to go individually and delete every single picture because they have it.
Of course they do.
So
scumbag.
Too much work for me.
Scummy fucking company.
I don't like Facebook at all.
And I hate their games, too. Like, the Walking Dead game was fun, but every game has a common trend where it seems like you have energy.
And once you're out of energy, you need to spend money or wait 5 minutes for one more energy
and
to
you're
pop
so
up.
close to the next thing that you gotta get, so why not just throw like 50 cents at it or whatever the hell it is, and these microtransactions add up and you're paying the equivalent of a mortgage every month on these stupid games.
Yeah.
I
did used to have fun playing that shit, though.
Of course, because they do things that appease to your optics, you know, like your eyes, and send those signals to your brain that gives you pleasure. You know, it releases the oxytocin or whatever the fuck it is in your brain. I think oxytocin is related to that's a pleasure gland. That's the one that releases when you have an orgasm. It releases the good shit.
Well, of course you would know what that is.
Oh, it's that rabbit hole that I went down pretty much last night too. I just like to know dumb shit. But anyway, like you're looking at these colors, these bright colors, you hear the sounds, and they're like really like bioengineers and scientists behind this shit. That when they're making a game, like, hey, what can I do to appease to this half of the brain that makes you want to spend money in this half?
I like the baby games. I've called them baby games before, like Mario Kart and stuff. Yep. So with Facebook, they had the Castleville and the Farmville, and they had some other Ville. Mm-hmm. And man, they were addicting because you get to do certain quests, and then you open up another area, and you're like, oh crap, look at all that stuff you can do over there. Yeah. It's so addicting. But I finally like grew up and grew out of that stuff.
Well, then you realize what they are. You know, they're just trying to get your money. And I understand if you're a game developer, you want people's money.
That's what it was called.
Oh, they were the worst.
Zynga.
The biggest offenders of it. Mm-hmm. Them and like the 2K people that make the super card game. It's like, give us money, give us money, give us money.
I miss that game.
I do.
We spent loads of money in that game, and it was so much fun, but they kept screwing it up.
Yeah. Well, I looked the other day, and for something told me to look at the forum, and I looked at it, because of the new wrestling game. They're all like combined. The new wrestling game, and then you got the card game. They all put all their shit together on one page. And I'm like, all right, let me see what they're doing, right? And I'm looking at the updates like, wow, that's some pretty cool shit. You know, they're doing different things. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to spend money. And it's 2 accounts, and it just gets way too expensive.
It was fun, though.
It was a fun game.
We had our own little
we had our own league
or team or whatever it was called.
Team. We were always winning.
Yeah, we demolished people with our cards. It was so much fun.
We ran a tight ship. It was like 10 people, and everybody
did their part. And if you didn't do your job, we kicked you.
Oh, yeah.
We got someone in. Yep.
We promoted everybody after a while because they were so good. And we even handed the team over, and it was like a sad moment when we quit. They were all upset, and we had to make the decision together. Like, hey,
they were like, "Wait, both of you?" I'm like, well, we're kind of a duo here. Yeah. Sorry.
So, I mean, that was just pretty much how it went, and
that was a good game.
It was a great game, and the things that I don't like about those games too, besides the energy thing, is like you devote so much of your time to it. You have to, otherwise you fall behind.
I was just gonna say, because with that game, and the reason why we stopped wasn't because of I didn't stop because of the whole money situation. It was the grind. It was literally the grind. And if you put your iPad or your phone down for even an hour, like, you were screwed. Like, you had to like pick that up and like make sure that you used all your bouts. Yeah, you had to, or you fell behind. Yeah. And I don't like that.
5 minutes was about.
They had PCC. What I don't even remember what that stood for. What was that?
Player Championship.
I don't know. It was a PCC mode, and man, I remember grinding the shit out of that game that whole weekend, and I got a Sasha Banks, and I was so fucking proud of myself.
A single Sasha Banks, because you have to get 2 to double them to make them a pro.
To make it a pro, yeah.
And then you had to do a second mode after the pro.
To next week,
the next thing up, and it's like, wait a second.
But I remember being so proud of myself, because you had to be like in the top 50 in order to get that card, and I got it.
You got it. You were the only one to ever do it.
So
I never did it once. I never got the
because those cards were the strongest cards you could get, and oh my god! But the grind I had to do, and I was so tired.
I was coming home from work. You were tapping the screen. I was going to work. You were tapping the screen. It was all day. You were tapping that screen.
It was so bad, so bad. But like, that was my main issue with that. Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, playing the game was fun. It was the events that sucked.
We gave up, like, an entire year of our lives to it. Because we were at the beach. The kids were, playing in the water. And, like, you'd be out in the water with them. I'd be tapping the screen.
Yeah, you always played. You played in the grocery store. You played in the parking lot. You played in the beach. I
pulled over during Christmas shopping one year and did my bouts.
And started doing your bouts. But I never did that. I always waited until we got home, but I always got screwed because I
never spent as much, though, because I was always playing. At work, I was always playing. I was helping customers at work and tapping on my screen with my other hand.
I can't support games like that anymore.
I know.
As much fun as we had playing it, I just like you take my life away.
It's not fun.
It takes the fun out of it. So
complete fun out of it, and the good cards that they would give you, you'd have to play thousands upon thousands of matches to get a chance to flip.
And you had to get the event cards. You had to.
Otherwise,
because those were the best in the game
by a lot.
If you did not get those cards, you would not win matches. Mm-mm. You just wouldn't win because you'd be going up against people that had those cards, and you would never win, which means you couldn't get the picks from the board. It was just like a domino effect. They made sure that you had to have those cards.
That's why I'm glad to never go back to that game again.
Why are we talking about that game? Because I'm getting stressed out just thinking about it.
I mean, it was stressful. Like, we would always be tapping the screen and playing. I think we were just talking about basically like games in general.
There were games. I mean, I definitely had fun with games, but then you one day you realize and you wake up and you're like, you know what?
I've
wasted my life just doing this.
Yep. Money on this game, and I don't mind supporting a company if I enjoy what they're putting out, but I'm not going to sit there and throw tons of money at them for things that should be free.
Right.
Like those, like in DC Universe, we talk about that game a lot because that's probably the most popular between us games that we've ever played. And we were actually flirting with the idea of doing a month subscription on it because we were so bored the other day.
I wish you could buy like 2 weeks or like something like that because they do have a DLC coming out and we are bored with Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm. Again.
And I don't play anything. Or no, we have ESO, but I'm not in the. The thing is with ESO is I'm not in the mood to play it unless I turn it on. Yeah. It's getting me to hit that button.
It's so hard to turn that game on. It's so fucking dull.
But DC, like I kind of miss it, but like at the same time I'm like, ugh. I hated it too.
We know how the story's going to end.
I know exactly what's going to happen. We're going to play. We're going to have a good time for like a week, and then we're going to be bored and pissed off, and we're not going to turn it on again. So is it worth the $15?
I mean, for like a weekend of entertainment, maybe. Nah, that's still a lot for a weekend. Depends how much you play it. I mean, if I was going on vacation...
Well, I would definitely make a new character and just start leveling some random character up again.
Maybe we'll do it when I go on vacation. Maybe we'll do, like, a month.
Yes, because Halloween is coming up, and they're going to have a cool-ass event that I like.
We'll do the Halloween one maybe for that month and just get the new DLC out the way, try out the new stuff, and then be done with it again. Because that game, we know exactly how it's going to... We're going to play, and we're going to be like, fuck this. Just fuck this.
We'll have fun for a little bit.
Come out again, So
can't hide it forever.
Like you could definitely have fun for a short time, but the DLC they have coming out, I'm not excited about at all. That's why I kind of stopped talking about the game.
Oh, what's the DLC? Who is it?
DC Metal or some shit like that, where it's like
what characters are those?
Batman people again. So it's going to be some like metalized version, like robot versions of the bad guys.
But it's never Joker anymore, and that's because what's his name doesn't want to do the Joker voice, right? That's why
he does it now at conventions and shit to make people happy.
Why not hire another actor?
Exactly.
They did it for Harley Quinn.
There's many people out there that can do that Joker voice the same. I mean, like if there's someone who could do it, someone else can mimic it. I guarantee you, there's a person out there with the talent to do it. Let them do it.
Yeah.
I mean, how many? We never thought there'd be a good Freddy Krueger again, and they had a really good guy, and they got another guy that they rumored to have come into the new franchise.
Yeah, like why, man? Because I thought the last guy, and I know that some people gave it bad reviews, but I actually didn't mind. Mm-hmm. I didn't mind the story, and I didn't mind him as Freddy. I don't know who he was, but it was whoever did Freddy last.
I might be the Jackie Earl Haley.
Okay, well,
I might be the biggest Freddy fan out there, and I had no problem with him.
And we both liked it. Yeah. I thought he did a really good job. So now. It's been years since that, so now they're redoing it again with someone else. Now, who's supposed to be playing him now?
Kevin Bacon's the rumor, who would be really good at that, I think.
Kevin Bacon?
Yeah, I think he'd be good at this.
He's too fucking old.
I mean,
so how many movies is he going to be able to do?
Makeup, I don't know. He could. I don't know how old he is. I really don't know how old he is. Oh, no.
I mean, he's a good actor because I like Kevin Bacon. The Following Man, that show was amazing.
You liked the shit out of that one. I don't know.
Because he was obsessed with the serial killer.
And so are you. So I guess it makes sense.
That show was amazing.
If you had the talent to do one job that you don't like, would you be like a forensic scientist? Yes. That would be your thing. Like if you just could make yourself
immediately.
Fit for a job
I don't even have to
think
about that. That's what I would want to do.
Damn. I used to want to be you know what else I want to be besides a garbage man?
You know what it is, though? I suck at math and science, so that would never work.
Besides that though, besides the garbage man, idea when I was young, I wanted to be a psychologist.
See, my mom always thought I should go into art therapy because I was good at art.
What the fuck is art therapy? Oh, like people
We're
like helping people.
Little, like mostly kids, but I'm sure adults too. Where if they don't speak or whatever, they draw pictures and you analyze what they're drawing. Like she always thought I would be good at that, but like I always wanted to do like some kind of forensic type thing or whatever. But I'm just not good at math and science.
And I wanted to be a detective. Because detectives always look cool on TV shows. They'd have like they'd have like the bandolier. The gun would be like on their boob.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they would have like the cool like trench coats, and they didn't have to wear cop clothes. They didn't have to wear the stupid cop clothes. They'd be able to wear like suits and shit, look badass, and the Crocs. They would have cool nicknames like Tubbs and shit.
What was Dexter?
He was a blood splatter analyst.
Yeah, see, I would think that would be a really cool job. I just don't like.
There's so many people.
Blood.
It'd be very easy to call you on your bullshit. Like, no, dude, all this shit you're saying doesn't make any sense. Like, how can you get bludgeon here? The blood's there, but then it's here, and you saw his footsteps going that way.
But he had lines, like string going like all over the place.
Yeah.
And somehow he was able to figure out exactly what the hell happened.
Which makes me think people would call him on his bullshit very often and easily. So
Do you remember he would have like heads in there, and he would just go with a sledgehammer and just start beating the hell out of stuff
really, I don't
to get
imagine.
the splatter pattern.
I think they over dramatize how cool that job is. I don't think it could be that cool.
That was another good show.
I love that show. I really do.
Another serial killer.
But I wanted to be a detective, man.
You know what I need to do? I need to start watching Mindhunter, because my one podcast keeps talking about how good it is, where they try to get in the minds of serial killers and why.
What podcast is this?
Why they do that? Bobby Bones show. But they try to figure out why serial killers want to do certain things, and I guess they talk about the BTK killer and like all sorts of other stuff, and I'm like, well, that would probably be right up my alley. I just don't want it to be boring. Like, it has to be interesting. It has to like capture me like quick, or I'm like not.
Yeah, that's the
into
problem.
It.
That's the problem. It's a short attention span.
I need something. I got like maybe 2 more weeks. I need something else to watch for 2 more weeks.
I need something to watch, period. There's nothing else to come. Like, is there any shows coming back that I watched? I know Good Girls is coming back, but I don't really...
That's coming back, but I don't think that's coming back till, like, January.
I mean, what else is there?
Football.
So I got football.
For you.
I got football. I'm cool with that once a week, I guess.
I really don't know. Like, this is September, and, like, I know all my stuff is going to start trickling back, but, like, a lot of my shit is ending, which sucks, so I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do next year.
I don't think there's any TV shows coming back that I liked. Or anything to that effect.
No, because you stopped watching. You stopped watching Walking Dead.
Of course,
Gotham
that was the
ended.
Best decision ever made.
Dracula is supposed to be coming out, but I don't know if it's on TV or if it's on a streaming device. I can't remember.
It's a different Dracula though. It's like that.
It's like BBC or like I don't know, something weird. They were doing something different with it.
I don't remember. It was something weird though.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember the fuck
I gotta
it was.
start looking, because I mean it's.
There was some weird show where it wasn't like Dracula. It was like some kind of like ghoul or like a limo service or some shit.
Wait, what?
It was like some weird show where like it was like vampires or something, where like it had like a funny name to it. Like the car pulls up and it shows some weird name on the license plate, and it's like a vampire show.
They're supposed to be it's supposed to be Dracula reboot.
If it's the show that I enjoyed, that Dracula, I'd be happy.
It's not going to be the same cast.
The guy that got busted with the weed.
Yeah, it's not going to be him.
Is that guy going to go to prison for all that weed he had? I wonder what the hell happened with him. I wonder what happened with him. That guy's a fuck up, man. He had a promising career and just kept fucking up.
Seriously.
Some of these people
pissed me off, man.
Well, he was a huge alcoholic and fucked up that one show that you liked.
Yeah, Tudors. Tudors was fucking awesome.
What's the name of that show? They had like a
Dracula.
Is it Dracula? Okay, so I'm thinking about something different then.
BBC One and Netflix. It will be on.
See, there was another one. There was another one though, where like it was some. I don't fucking remember the name of it, but
I hate having to look up, and my arm is like Inspector Gadget over here.
A selfie stick. Well, we're gonna fix that whole thing. We're gonna remedy this. We're gonna get some different mic.
But yeah, I knew it was coming back. I don't know how many episodes or what type of thing it's going to be or when it starts.
It's going to be like dumb music with stupid accents and shit.
I just know that they're redoing it, and hopefully it's good. Because I like vampire series, and like that Dracula show was actually pretty decent.
I thought it was really
You know?
good. I didn't like the whole energy power storyline that they had, where he's like creating light for them and shit. Remember that? He had
No.
like he
So
had, he
you
had
got
like
a good memory.
He had like light bulbs. And he had like a light bulb in his hand and turned it on. He's like a magician. It was like, oh, come
No,
on.
I
this dumb shit.
I don't remember that at all.
They were trying to do something with electricity, like give them electricity, like a cheaper power source or some shit, an alternative. I don't remember it. Like, it was just a dumb side story that may have cost them that series. I don't know. Or maybe it was the guy just being a fuck up.
He's just a fucking loser.
Seriously, just complete screw up in life. I mean, you have these opportunities to make money. Make the money and then fuck up afterwards. You know? Make your money and screw up, man. Now, I think he was a drunk on the Tudors, and then he was a drunk on this show, and just caused fights with people on set, and people say it was very hard to work with.
If you have a hit show, right, you're
Yeah.
making loads of money.
Yeah, I just don't get
Your
it.
show keeps getting picked up for another season. Like, can you just do that on your days off? Like, you're making money. Like, what goes on through your head that you're like, you know what?
You're not on set all the time. Take your off time and get drunk for
That's
4
what I'm saying.
months.
Like, what goes through their head? They're like, well, I'm too big.
It's
You
what
need
happens.
me, so I'm just gonna show up drunk. Like, I don't understand.
I think it's because they get pampered. Like, just imagine if like you went to your job and got pampered all day long.
But would you seriously? I mean, would you
like
really
your-
show up drunk?
I mean, like the thing is, like they're encouraged to do things, and there's so much money in the line. Like, let's say if you went to your job at
What
McDonald's,
fucking moron brings loads and loads of freaking pot on a plane?
dude, they had done. Well, he was on a plane with some richer person, like someone who had a lot more money, and there was like a couple famous people on there, and he was just one of them. I guess the most famous of the bunch, and he got busted with tons of fucking weed on that thing, man. So like they were exporting it, and that's how they got
What the
busted. I
hell?
don't know, man. It was crazy. Like, why are you selling pot, dude? Aren't you a fucking movie star or TV star? You at least you could have been.
He could have been like he had a couple good roles. Like, man,
Yeah.
fuck you loser.
Mm-hmm.
Bring on someone else that could act like that, because those two shows were amazing and it sucks. I hate when my shit ends. I hate that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more indifferent as long as it has a storyline. Somebody tried to argue with me today about Netflix,
What about it?
about how much of a waste of time it is, to be honest with you.
Are you serious? Why?
Because a lot of those TV shows, how many TV shows can you name on Netflix? And we talked about this before. Had a beginning, middle, and end. Like original TV shows.
Well,
They get you invested and they cut them off. Orange is the New Black. That's
Orange is
it.
the New Black and Stranger Things.
Okay, that too.
That's all I can
Very
remember.
popular.
But those are the only two that I really invested my time in, except for the OA.
Maybe
I
Ozark.
like was hooked on that.
And it just ended.
And I was and they left it with a cliffhanger, and it looked like
That's how-
next
that's how
season
they
was going to
do
be good. And then they canceled it just a couple months ago, and I was freaking pissed because I literally just started watching it, and as soon as I ended season 2, they canceled it, and I was like, man, you couldn't have canceled it like a month before. I wouldn't have wasted all this time. It was such a good show.
How many shows do you see on there that have like 1 season, 2 seasons, and that's it?
That's a lot.
There's
There's a
one-
lot.
Remember that one where it was like a ghost living with a dead person, living with a vampire and a werewolf? Remember that one?
Yes.
It was really good.
Yep.
1.5 season done. And like we just started getting into it, so it came to a point where we
So-
just avoided all these potentially good shows because there's only a season and a half or 2 seasons.
Ooh, so what do we do? Do we get rid of Netflix and go to Amazon
Disney.
Prime?
Going to Disney. Fuck that.
Yeah, but Disney
is
doesn't
the app.
have. I mean, great. They have
Superhero
comics,
stuff.
but they don't have. Yeah, that's all it is.
And now they got fights. Like for me, it's a good one for me because it's got ESPN Plus where I can watch good boxing matches. I can watch a lot of the
Well, that's not
Disney
going to give me
shows.
any TV shows at all.
Well, there's She-Hulk TV. There's a lot of TV shows coming out. I'm
She-Hulk.
dying so down for this network. I
I
can't
like
wait for
I
Disney.
like dramas. I like comedies. That's
Well,
not going to give me any of the stuff that I
doesn't
like.
Hulu come with that too?
Oh, motherfuck! If Hulu comes with it,
I'm
then-
pretty sure Hulu comes with it. So you get Hulu, Disney, and you get ESPN
ESPN.
Plus for like $15.
Well, if
a
Hulu
month
comes
or
with
some
it,
shit.
then I'll be like, okay. But
Yeah. Well, what's
I
on
mean,
Hulu? I thought Hulu is just basically what you have on TV
I believe
now.
they have like Handmaid's Tale
Oh, okay.
and like
Well, there you go. So you
yeah,
can
they
get into
got.
that dumb shit. You know, you can watch
I would
that.
love to get into that. I wanted to watch it, but I
I'm
can't.
all about the Disney TV shows. I might wait a bit. I might not get it immediately because I'm not gonna sit
I
there
don't
and wait
mind-
weekly for a show.
Going from Netflix as long as we go to either Amazon
Yeah.
Prime or Hulu, because those are the other two
Yeah.
that have stuff out.
Only thing Netflix has that's coming out is the Breaking Bad movie, so I'll wait till after that, obviously. And then,
Oh my God! How did I forget about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have
So-
to keep it.
I just said it, you bimbo.
Oh yeah.
So we'll watch
We're
the
keeping
Breaking
it.
Bad movie. And yeah, once that's done, I'm done. I don't want Netflix anymore. It's just taking money out of my account for nothing.
Are there any more comedy specials besides Bill Burr? Because that's this week, but...
We'll watch Bill Burr, and then we'll watch this, and then we'll be done with it for a while. I mean, we're not grandfathered into some great rate. They keep going up all the time, so it's not... We can just get rid of it until something good comes on, or just bootleg it and keep Disney. Because Disney gives you a lot more value, and I don't think they're going to abandon a lot of their shows. At least I hope they don't, man. Because they've got the Scarlet Witch show.
Disney Hawkeye, is what? Marvel or...
Marvel.
Okay, they're Marvel.
Hopefully they do, like... Everybody gets a show eventually, like Spider-Man show. The Avengers would be cool to have a show, but...
Spider-Man would be cool to watch.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's just an animated show, because Spider-Man, like, some things just look cheesy when you CGI it. I'd rather see, like, an animated Spider-Man movie.
One of the Spider-Man cartoons was really funny, and I liked it. Which one was it?
It was, like, the Amazing Spider-Man. He was, like, young.
Yeah, he was young. He was in school.
We watched it at our old New York apartment.
Yeah, that was a good cartoon.
I love that one.
Yeah.
Spectacular Spider-Man. Had a good song to it and all that shit. It was a good one. I wouldn't mind seeing that one again. So hopefully they put that on there, because I wouldn't mind watching those over again, you know? And She-Hulk has a live-action TV show, and I want to know how they're going to work those. Are they going to be shitty and cheesy like the stupid CW shows, or are they going to be, like, fun?
So, if Disney's coming out with this, right, and they're Marvel, do you think DC is going to come out with a streaming thing?
They have one.
They do?
They have a DC app right now, yeah. I remember telling you.
Well, at least they haven't taken my damn TV shows then. That's why I was asking.
Well, they have one. It's got like Teen Titans have a TV show on there, and there's comic books and a lot of other things on there. They just don't have as much content. They got a lot of movies, like the old Batman movies and TV show and Wonder Woman TV
old
show.
Crap they have.
Yeah, well, Marvel's going to do that too, but Marvel's got a lot more. Disney's just way bigger. You're going to have like Lady and the Tramp and all these other freaking...
See, I think that's cool, although our kids are... Well, and what's up with that?
I don't know.
We grew up watching Disney movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Little Mermaid, Snow White, you know, all those Lady and the Tramp. Then we bring our kids up, and I remember we had these movies, and we would play them, and our kids could give two craps about them. They could give two craps. They'd rather watch Dora. Like, I don't understand what was wrong with the Disney movies. The only one that they ever got into was Toy Story, and I think it's because it was toys. Too deep. But why did we get them then? Why did we like them?
Times were different, and that's all we really had as far as comic books and cartoons and shit like that.
You think it was just because there were so many options? Like, they had Nick Jr., Disney Jr., they had...
a different time. There's more options, more things out there. They're quicker. You're not invested in something that's huge, elaborate storyline of guy meets girl, conflict happens, and then like sad shit happens and people die. It was a little too intense, I think, for kids.
I think we talked about that before, where Disney has like horrific shit in there. As an adult, I'm looking back and I'm like, how did my parents let me watch that stuff?
And it was normal back then. I guess we were born and bred to be tougher than
like
kids are
Bambi's
now.
mom dies.
Yeah.
Mufasa just gets killed horrifically.
He gets slaughtered and thrown off a goddamn cliff.
Like Ursula comes and steals her freaking voice.
Yeah.
Like for no reason.
Yeah. And they were scary.
Yeah,
dark
she
and
was
scary.
The scary bitch.
The hyenas and shit, and Lion King.
And the poison apple.
Jafar turned into a big demon at the end of the movie.
Every single one has like some horrific thing that you expect like a 6 or 7 year old to sit through a movie theater.
Well, the story of Disney's pretty freaky too, dark. Like the whole thing with Walt Disney. Like there's if you ever deep dive into it, like that Billy Ray back want to talk about that probably. How dark Disney is, like the whole kingdom and shit like that. The family drama that went on for a while afterwards is crazy, man.
So I guess I'm kind of happy that our kids never got into it, if you really think about it. But like even Toy Story 2, that was dark.
What's this one with Big Baby? Was that
That
3?
was 2.
Oh, yeah.
With the big baby and that fucking teddy bear.
She was scared.
Oh my god, she was so scared. Wait, no, that was 3. You were right.
Yeah.
2 was with Jessie. But, man, she was horrified. And she was obsessed with Toy Story until that movie came out. And I was just like...
She had a doll baby that looked just... Every kid had a doll baby that looked like Big Baby.
But
without the clothes on, the white onesie.
Yeah, she was so obsessed with Toy Story 1 and 2. She had all the toys. And then Toy Story 3 came out, and we were all excited. We wanted to watch it as a family together because that was something that, you know, she was really into at the time. And we put it on, and we were watching it. We're like, oh my god. You know?
It was funny. We used to call Jenna Big Baby. She was a big-ass baby, man.
Man, yeah. I don't know why Disney does that. I really don't. Even Nemo had the fucking sharks that would, like...
The followers keep coming, man. Twitch follower. I just love it. But I never saw Nemo. I don't know anything about it. I just know that you said your sister looked like her. Or looked like Emo.
Looked like Dory.
Dory, whatever the fuck. I don't,
Emo, is that what you said?
I don't know. I don't know. Emo,
she looks like...
Dory.
The profile, she looks just like Dory. It's the weirdest thing.
So you're saying your sister's like a goddamn puffer fish.
No, she's not a puffer fish.
she's
the blue one with the really
yellow,
pretty... She's
yellow.
Ellen.
Oh, Ellen. Oh, God.
The blue fish that's really pretty. Well, that's who voiced her. But, like, profile-wise, my sister looks just like the nose and all that, the mouth, the chin. It's so fucking weird. And people know it and give her Dory, like, stuffed animals. She has Dory stuffed animals in the house.
I don't know if I take that as an insult or not.
Well, she thinks it's great because she fucking loves that movie.
Oh, shit. Well, of course. At least she takes it in jest.
You know, whatever. But, yeah, Disney is fucked up, I guess.
It is. There's a lot of things that are fucked up, man. If you could take any of those kids' movies that we watched back then and put them out now, a lot of them wouldn't even make past the first cut because I don't think a lot of kids would watch the shit that we watched. Imagine Teen Wolf being released now as a brand new movie. You know, like there was a Teen Wolf cartoon, and back then you would have all these tie-ins. So you'd have a movie, there'd be a cartoon, then there'd be cereal, and it was just like par of the course. A very shitty Nintendo
80s.
game.
Yeah.
A shitty Nintendo port from like Konami or some weird fucking Japanese company or some shit, you know. Remember the Ghostbusters? They had the movie, the cartoon. They had two cartoons.
And a cereal. They had Slimer cereal.
Ecto Cooler. They had all sorts of crap. There would be so many movie times. Whatever happened to that? Do we just not pay attention? Because I don't see it in the supermarkets anymore.
Well, the closest that
Toy Story,
I remember is Baby Shark.
What the
that has
fuck
a cereal
is
now.
Baby Shark. I have no clue what this is.
I'm not gonna fucking sing it. It's a stupid song, and parents out there know what I'm talking about. Something Baby Shark do 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 do. I don't know, some queer.
I don't know anything
thing,
about this.
And I'm just, but like kids were obsessed with it for so long that Walmart started selling Baby Shark cereal. But other than that, I don't even think they put toys in cereal anymore.
I don't think so either. I think
they
put
don't do
like
any
stickers
of that
and
stuff.
spoons and shit. Probably that's it. I mean,
Trix used to put spoons in there, and you would dip it in the milk, and it would change colors.
Color. I remember that. Yeah.
Like that shit used to be fun. Like I couldn't wait to get I had to beg for that type of cereal because my mom always bought the cereal in the bag, you know. But if you like Trix, then here's a store brand that's in the fucking 5-pound bag, you know.
Oh yeah.
But that didn't have the toy in it, so you had to like really beg for that stupid toy cereal. And man, as soon as we got it home, we would open it up and put our hands all through the cereal trying to find what
just to get some shitty cheap toy, the only one you can use.
I do remember one of the cereals, and I don't know what cereal it was, but I got Joyride, the cassette tape, out of one of the cereals that we got, and I loved that song.
I got something too from like something really cool, like a MC Hammer or some shit. I don't remember the hell
like you
it
don't
was.
get cool shit anymore.
No, not at all. It was a very strategic move by those guys. You put out like your most popular song. Hey, want to get the album? Buy the album in the store. Yeah,
I got a single out of a freaking cereal box.
You remember Cracker Jacks? When they had the...
I never liked them, but I do remember like they would have stuff in them too.
Very shitty things, but as a kid, no matter how shitty it was cool because it was free and it was a thing of food that you would never eat. They had a thing where you get a diamond ring. It was a contest. You can get a real diamond ring out of one of those. I remember somebody won it. And it was on TV. They got a diamond fucking like wedding ring out of a thing of Cracker Jacks. So they made bank. Because it was cheap shit and it was horrible. It was one diamond ring out of a billion boxes, and I remember you would get like stupid things out of those, like a cheap plastic thing or like a sticker, or like these little discs or whatever stupid shit it was. There was always
baseball
something cheap.
Cards.
Oh fuck those, man!
You would get those once in a while.
Yep.
Like, yeah, I don't think these kids ever get anything, and we buy them good cereal. Like she likes Cinnamon Toast Crunch. She likes certain things But nothing ever comes in the damn box.
Why don't they put toys in anymore? Is it because like the plastic inside where food
I don't know.
Is that what it is? Like it can bleed through or something?
Because you can even... I know that I remember like something would be in like a plastic bag. And then even on the outside of the plastic bag where all the cereal was. So it would be double wrapped.
Yeah, I don't get it.
So, I mean, I don't think that's the reason. I don't know. Why they do that?
I can't think of the cool. I think the coolest thing I ever got was like a Batman toy or some shit. Like not like a real Batman toy. It was like a shitty one that you can't bend the arms or anything. But it was kind of cool to get like something out of it that was decent.
See, I don't remember any of the toys except so my sisters probably got them all. I just remember the spoon, and I remember the cassette.
There were mini Barbies in one too, because my sister got one.
You see, my sisters probably got that,
Yeah,
or
they're
maybe
like mini Barbies.
yeah. I don't remember that at all.
And fast food toys went down. Every time we go now, there's like paper things that you have to put together, make like a paper doll.
They did just have something. I don't.
They had Simpsons toys at once.
I think it was Toy Story. They had.
Oh yeah, like the
They
minifigures.
had stuff out there, but you had to, and I could be wrong, so don't even need to bother to fact check me because I already know I'm probably
please
wrong.
Fact check her. Shut her
But
down.
there was something out there where you needed the whole set for McDonald's to put it together and form whatever the hell toy it was supposed to be.
Sounds about right.
I don't know if it was Toy Story or what the hell it was, but like you needed every single one of the toys, so you had to keep going back and hoping that they would have that piece that you were
Fucking
missing.
A. And please don't eat that much McDonald's, people. Do not.
God, McDonald's, like, I don't know if it's because I'm an adult or if they changed the recipe or whatever, but if I eat McDonald's now, like, I get so sick to my stomach.
I think it's because we're just older and we can't handle it. Like
You
our
think?
bodies are just
because the
breaking
chicken
down.
nuggets still taste good to me, but like
Oh, yeah,
I
the
can
fries
eat
too.
a couple
The fries
and like
too.
immediately I'm like, oh God, I wish I didn't eat that.
I don't know. Maybe it's like the oil that they fried in now or some shit. Who knows? I'm glad I don't eat that shit
Did
anymore.
you see the article of and I don't know what fast food restaurant it was because I'm not looking. But there's an article out there where people were at a fast food restaurant and they were making stuff and a rat happened to fall in the
I saw
fryer.
that.
Oh my God, man.
Are rats that dumb?
Who cares if the rats are dumb? First of all, you have a rat in your fast food restaurant, which I know that they're probably there, but
There's
that's
tons.
disgusting.
There's
I don't want to
tons.
see it or know about it.
There's
like,
tons of them.
I don't want to think about it when I'm getting my fast
Yeah.
food. Number two is like you didn't see it crawling across the thing to go into the thing.
They're quick.
Like,
They're quick. They don't make much noise. They're very quick.
But
They're
then the
stealth.
poor thing, like
It
they're
fried.
disgusting. But like the poor thing was alive and fell into
I don't think they have souls, man.
a fucking fryer, and like that's horrible and it's horrific.
Makes
And
you
I'm
feel
just
like
like,
it's probably instant death.
so what did
so
they
hot.
do? Did they empty all the grease out of
You
there?
have to. You have to
and
shut
clean
it
that
down.
out?
Clean it
Like,
down. Shut
I
it
hope
down.
so.
You have to shut down the whole restaurant. Clean
I hope they
everything
didn't
out.
just like scoop it out in the fry thing, throw it in the garbage,
Well, I
and
mean,
put more
they probably
stuff
look around
in.
first and like, holy shit, no one saw this motherfucker to throw that shit out.
I saw that. I'm like, oh my God. That's,
Well, they say anything tastes good deep fried, so maybe
it's
they could have passed
disgusting
that
and
shit off.
sad at the same time. Like seriously.
I mean, I fucking hate rats. I think they are the nastiest.
Oh, they
fucking
are,
piece
but
of
like they're
shit.
still living things. Like, and I
They
don't
are,
want
they
that to
are.
happen. It's just,
They are,
but it's
but-
still gross. Like I have mixed feelings. Like it's
What do
horrible.
you think? Like, is there any animal or creature you don't have compassion for? Because we
No.
talk about insects, and insects don't count because we said gnats and flies.
No.
I don't have compassion for them because they're fucking vermin that form from like
Okay.
literal shit.
Yeah, like flies, I will kill
Yeah.
all day long.
All right, yeah, we killed a couple today.
Because we had the hurricane. We brought the grill into our backyard,
Our back porch,
Our back
screened-in
porch.
back porch.
and just so it didn't blow around because it is very lightweight.
It's a good grill.
And we were afraid of the wind, so we brought it into the back porch. And today I noticed like I killed like 6 flies today on the back porch, and then you just killed one when we were on break.
Yep.
And I'm just like, yeah, okay, so this grill has got to go out, and it's just weird how. Like, I don't even know how that happens.
I don't know how they get formed.
Maggots. But, like, the grill is clean.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing on there.
No.
So, I don't know how the flies are somehow getting into the screen.
Food
Like,
droplings or something.
But
like,
we also have a dog door. So, are
Yeah.
they, like, somehow, like, sneaking in with the... I don't know what the fuck.
I don't think so. But the flies are fucking super annoying, man.
They're so annoying, and they're
Because you gotta
obnoxious.
figure, like, if one is, like, right by your door when you're about to come in and, like, bring groceries in, it'll wait. Like, it knows that door's going to open and it can get in there. So maybe they're smarter than we give them credit for, but they're just super fucking annoying because I would rather be outside if I'm a fly because there's dog shit in the backyard to eat.
That's the thing. Like, I'm, like, so disgusted every time one lands
Yeah.
on me. Like, I don't know where you've been. You've obviously been in the dog shit. Like, don't touch me, man. You're gonna die if you freaking land on my ass.
Did you ever hear the rumor? Like every time they fly, they shit or piss.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you learn that in school.
I think so too. For some reason,
Why?
Why would they tell us that?
Thank you. Why are they telling you what flies do and not like how to balance a checkbook?
Yeah, exactly.
Like
certain life
important
skills.
shit. But I know that flies land on shit and then they land on you.
Yeah.
They're attracted to garbage and then they shit and piss wherever they land.
I've also heard a thing about flies where they're the cleanest of the insects because they're always constantly rubbing their hands together and licking their hands and shit.
Oh, well,
So I heard they're clean as well. So I mean, who knows? Who cares? Who the fuck gets paid to
I'm
see
just
what
saying,
flies are
like,
doing?
you learn some dumb shit in school
Very dumb.
that you don't need,
A.
but you walk out of there not knowing how to live your life.
Well, that's how your parents are there too.
I mean,
yeah, they're supposed to teach you shit. I mean,
to
like, I'm
do
gonna
a
make sure these
checkbook
kids-
or how to, like, a savings account or, like, that shit should, really, you should learn that in school, don't you think?
Maybe.
Instead of trigonometry,
Yeah, I mean, there's certain things that they really should cut out of school because you don't need a lot of this dumb shit.
algebra.
What about
Like, if I
home
know...
Do you
No,
need-
home
do you
ec,
need
home ec, yes, you
This
do.
is how you bake a cake. Like, really, I haven't
But that
baked a
teaches
cake
you
in
to
years.
cook. It taught me how to sew. Not that I've sewed
Yeah, but
since
when are you
then.
ever going to need to sew?
It taught me how to type on a computer.
Yeah, I guess.
Home ec was useful.
See,
but
we
like,
had computer class for that.
I'm saying like certain math classes or science classes. Like if you know you're not gonna go
Yeah.
to be a construction worker.
But maybe that's where the interest gets peaked in school, too. So, I mean, you got to give them a chance to try to figure out what they're
I
going
don't
to do.
fucking know. Well, I'm glad I was able to drop math in 10th
Yeah.
grade. I dropped it immediately. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it.
What they should do is have, like, workshops before you get to high school where when, like, your 8th grade or your middle school, they let you sample things, kind of like home ec and shit. Like, hey, what are you going to want to do in high school? And you give the students, like, the final 2 months of school, they have one class per week of each thing, and it's like, okay, I like
Really?
home ec, I like home ec, but I don't really care for it. The next day you're in like metal shop or wood shop, and you're like, I kind of like wood shop. That's what I want to do. And then you
That's
pick that
what
in high
happened
school.
for you, or that's what you think they should do?
I think that's what they should do.
Okay.
We had to meet with a counselor who talked with us about things. So we picked it from a list of things that we didn't even know firsthand if we'd like or not.
See, when I went to school, we had 6th grade. They introduced health class, right? And then you had home ec for half the year, and then they called it back then technology, which I guess nowadays would be called wood shop.
Computers, I think.
No,
Technology sounds like computers.
I know it was called technology, but
Stupid
we
shit.
actually used like saws and shit, and like
Wow.
made
Weird.
birdhouses and like some
Doesn't
kind
make
of.
any sense.
It was a triangle with pegs in it. I don't know what the hell game that is, but we made that too. But you took each of those classes for half a year, and then 7th grade was the same thing. And then, so I don't know, like
Oh, it really doesn't make any sense.
those, like, I mean, what the fuck did I need to know woodshop for? Have I used it since then? No. You could drop those classes and then fucking did art. If I'm not good in the class, I ain't fucking taking it.
But, see, like if I'm naturally good at something, which I really wasn't, I was good at like sports and athletic things. Then I wouldn't take it in school because I know I could do it. I would want to challenge myself and try something I couldn't do, maybe would like to do.
But that's
I just
what's
wish they
nice
would've
about high
pushed.
school. Is
Yeah.
that you're able, I don't know how it is now, but back then you were able to drop classes.
I don't remember being able to do that. It's been so long.
Oh,
It's
maybe
been
it
like
was just
20.
me.
It's been 2 decades. I don't remember any of this shit anymore.
I went to 4 different high schools, for God's sakes, and I think
Everyone had different
after
rules.
the third one, they were probably like, whatever, just
Like, listen,
fucking whatever.
the bitch won't be here long. Just let her do what the fuck she wants.
Just exactly.
The bitch won't be here long. Just let her smoke her cigarettes in the bathroom. Who gives a shit? She'll be gone in a week. She'll be out of your fucking hair. Just put up with it. You don't even learn her name. Don't even learn her name. She won't be here long.
That's the thing, man. I went in and I just took what I wanted. That was it. My senior year was nothing but art. And it was the best year ever.
Fucking just get a bitch a
It
box
was
of crayons
so
and tell her to
fucking
sit in the
great.
fucking corner. Just tell her to shut the fuck
I
up.
painted, I used clay, I did ceramics, I did all sorts of
Oh,
shit.
goodness.
We had field trips that we would go to a stupid park and paint the trees in the
Fucking
fall.
A,
Like,
man.
oh my god.
You sure you want to own like the short bus and they were just,
Oh,
just
no.
let the bitch draw?
They had my last school had like this massive art wing. I don't know why, but it was massive. Tons of different classes that you could take, and I'm just like, fuck this, I don't even want a study hall. Which was what we called it, like the free period or whatever.
That was the first period, I think, right, for us. I don't remember.
Yeah, just fill it all with art classes, and that's what I did.
Fucking A, man. Just put her in a special lane.
It was that, economics and PE.
Don't even bother giving the bitch a locker. She won't be here long. Fucking.
Oh, God.
Fucking shit, man. Fucking A. I do miss school sometimes.
So don't be jealous because I got to take fun shit.
I really don't remember.
I didn't have to stress.
Well, like I said, like I went to vocational school after a while because it was more beneficial, and I loved that school. It was so nice, and there were so many kids from my high school that were leaving high school to go to vocational school because it was just more beneficial, and a lot of them got really good jobs after that because they stuck with it. And I took cooking, and it taught me because it was a very in-depth class. It was like a 2-hour class where they taught you how to like cook, like make real food using legitimate.
See, I think that's good. Like home ec for me was baking cookies.
Baking.
Go home.
Very controlled environment.
Yeah, go home, bake cookies, bring them in. Like that type of stuff. Like if they taught us how to, because you taught me how to cook. Like I'm not being.
Yeah, and we got judged by like it was like Kitchen Nightmares kind of where like you would get teams, you would come up with a meal. Like
that's a good idea.
People would be in charge of desserts. We would do like something else and like cook the meat and cook real meat with spices. And they would judge it. And that's what you're graded on, like an actual
But
meal.
that's a life skill. You need to know that because when you're 18, you should. Not all people do, but you should be thinking about moving out of your house,
should be ready.
going to either college or your own apartment, or whatever. And you have to fend for yourself.
Yep.
So, I think classes like that, and then banking classes or some type of to be able to know how to save your money or do that type of stuff. Like I don't know how to fill out resumes. That should be another class.
They had like AutoCAD or whatever the hell the class was, and they would have real cars and real tools. They'd work with real equipment.
Really?
Learn how to fix cars.
See, that's a good idea.
I mean, to me, that's just way more interesting and just better than spending thousands of dollars on a college degree to do nothing with it.
My sister is 7 years younger than me, and she went to Votech, and she came out with a hairdressing degree.
Yeah.
Not that she used it much longer after high school, but like she came out and she could go and get hired at a hair salon. No problem. I think she did it for a year or two, and that was it. But like she came out and she could get a job, and that's awesome.
Yeah,
I think more people need to do stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes sense. I mean, there's certain things that you can do, and there's a lot of avenues out there. It's cheaper because I don't think it costs anything. I mean, at least when I went to vocational school, it didn't cost a goddamn dime. It was just transfer. You had to get accepted in there. You had to provide reasons why you want to go and shit like that, and it was free. And they had a lot more resources because it costs a lot of money to have real cars to work on, all these ingredients for food, and multiple teachers and judges to judge your food and shit. But it was just better as experiences I would never trade for the world, and I wish I would have taken it more seriously when I was younger. Maybe I'd be doing something better now.
I hope these kids get that.
I hope so too.
I don't know. We haven't gotten to that type of grade yet, so we don't know what the schools offer. But I'm hoping.
I'm gonna encourage a vocational school. Like, what do you want to do in life? You want to do art?
I think Jenna should definitely do some kind of computer type thing. Oh, yeah. Because I think she'd be a fucking whiz at that.
Oh, for sure.
And then Sammy's like, she's beyond good at art. She is.
Is she better than you were at your age?
Yeah.
See, I don't.
She's freaking 11 and could draw the most amazing shit.
She's good.
Like, it's amazing to me. So if she holds on to that, like, good for her. Like, we have her next week. Her art classes start up again at the museum, and I'm so excited because she gets so hyped up for those classes, and then she's so proud of herself. Whatever project she comes out with,
Sometimes they're dumb and they're like kind of beneath her.
They are, well, she's grouped in like it's age groups, and it's 8 to 12.
And we're not saying this because she's our kid. She's actually really good at this shit.
Yeah, she if we can move her up, but it's based on age. So she's 8 to 12 age group right now, and she's 11. Yeah. So I mean, she's in there with some young kids, and so they're kind of got to dumb it down a little bit for the younger crowd.
Don't eat the Play-Doh, fuck.
But she enjoys it. And I don't know. I'm excited that she gets to start doing that again because that's only a couple times a year.
Me too. I got something for you. Wow. We haven't done this in a while. You wanted to segue to our next area?
Oh, okay.
Florida Man. Remember Florida Man? We used to do these stories all the time. Mm-hmm. Okay, so there's a good article here I found. So there's a Vice series about a Florida man who went viral for headbanging in a hurricane. So this guy basically...
With the American flag?
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
The American flag, he just goes out there and starts headbanging in the background of the video.
Is he the same guy from last year with the American flag? Is this the same guy that's doing it every year?
It's the same one. He just goes out there and he headbangs. Mm-hmm. So it's like, all right, so what's the point of this, and how did this guy get notoriety, and why is there a Vice series on him?
But you're talking about him.
Exactly, so because it's just dumb. So like, is that all you have to do these days is be dumb to get something, given to you? Like seriously, it's so dumb. And I got another one for you here too. Just trying to get the load up. So Florida man throws urine on a prosecutor during sentencing hearing in Fort Lauderdale. I'm getting pop-ups galore on this goddamn website. There's a Florida man found guilty of attempted murder and awaiting sentencing tossed urine on a prosecutor inside a Fort Lauderdale courtroom. I already have so many questions about this.
But wait a minute. How does he have urine on him?
How does he have urine on him? In him, yes. On him, no.
Yeah, but he's not peeing on him. He's throwing urine.
Yeah.
So he's got it somewhere. Where is it?
Unless you can cup your hand really good and pee and then throw it.
But don't they get patted down?
You would think so. But this is Florida, so who knows? And it's Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
So this is what happens. According to the Broward Sheriff's Office, and this is where I wanted to move, by the way, Broward County. Police report Albert Narvaez attacked Broward Assistant State Attorney Andrew Newman inside Circuit Judge Susan Alspector's courtroom on Wednesday. He threw a bottle of urine at Newman and yelled, "He pissed on me. He told me to do it. Fuck him." That is not who Narvaez was referring to. The BSO arrest report states that the urine went inside his mouth and outer clothing. It is not clear how he got the bottle into the courtroom.
Oh, so it was a bottle of urine.
Oh, yeah. So, of course, they're very upset about the way the situation unfolded. So, how do you pull that off? This guy's a professional, man. Seriously. He's a professional piss thrower. How do you pee in a bottle? Why would you pee in a bottle and bring it
Unless they
into
went
the
to
courtroom?
break, right? Say they went to break and this dude knew somebody and it's just like, leave me a bottle in the restroom.
Yeah.
Went and peed, maybe put it in his pocket or hid it in his pant leg in his sock or something and walked back into the courtroom. I don't know. There's no way he went from the jail to the courtroom with a bottle of piss. There's no fucking way. He had to have gotten up during a break to go pee and somehow found a bottle.
It's just so strange.
How else do you explain that?
Your guess is as good as mine, but I got another Florida man story for you. So, 25-year-old Zachary Samian told the Pasco County Sheriff's Office that someone shot him in the leg and sparked a massive law enforcement response, according to deputies. The only problem with Samian's story is that the person who shot him, was himself, according to an arrest report. Deputies say Samian reported the shooting on September 1st and an attempted homicide investigation was immediately launched due to the severity of the wound, which required emergency surgery. He said an unknown male had walked out of the nearby woods while he was sitting on a four-wheeler and opened fire on him. Deputies say a perimeter was established to locate the shooter, and they realized it actually came from himself, and his girlfriend actually backs the story up and says that he shot himself.
Why?
I don't know. Apparently, he didn't do it on purpose. It was an accident, and I guess he was too embarrassed.
Because you had to report every gunshot.
Exactly.
Okay. So,
maybe this Florida man isn't that dumb.
You're dumb. You can't just go in there and say you're dumb. Like, look, people say it all the time. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I shot myself in the groin. This is your leg. You can't just say I accidentally shot myself in the leg. Yeah. You have to make up something so there's this nationwide manhunt.
It's just maybe he didn't think he was gonna get caught, but there's many ways you can get caught. I got one more for you because this one right here is very interesting to me. So this is Gavin Krim. He got drunk, then broke into a man's home. He made himself breakfast and when questioned, told homeowner to go back to sleep. Here we go. I saved the best one for last here. It's every homeowner's worst nightmare. Getting woken up to the sound of someone in your home. Florida man Gavin Krim was arrested after allegedly breaking into a man's home and making himself breakfast. Now, how did you know where everything was? Everything should be in the fridge.
The kitchen.
Like the pots and pans. Like some people put things in special places, According to reports, Krim was intoxicated when he broke into the Florida home. He made himself at home, cooking and eating food while telling the homeowner to go back to sleep. Instead of catching more shut-eye, of course, the homeowner threatened to call the police, prompting Grimm to dash out of the home. They eventually found him hiding in a wooded, swampy area behind the property about 20 miles from Tampa. Investigators said he was under the influence of alcohol at the time. Gavin Grimm was arrested and charged with felony burglary and occupied dwelling and bonded out of the Pinellas County Jail.
Oh my God.
What would you say if you go out to the kitchen to get yourself a drink of water at like 3 in the morning and you saw just some random dude or chick just cooking breakfast like, shh, go back to sleep, I got this.
First of all, get the fuck out of my house.
It's just,
oh my
weird.
God. But we're loaded here. We're good. That ain't happening in this house.
Like, dude, I'm drunk, but dude,
No,
I'm just making a couple waffles.
that's not happening.
I'm making some waffles and sausage, man. Go to bed. Just go back to
Dude,
bed.
can
like,
you imagine? Some intruder is just like, no, it's all right. Go back to bed. Let me finish what I
Yeah.
got to do. Get the fuck out of my house, man.
why Florida? Is it because there's so much drugs?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just that for some reason Florida
just reports.
posts everything.
They must, because there's weird shit that happens in South Carolina.
I guarantee you there's stuff like this that happens all over the
Oh,
place.
yeah.
We just don't hear about it. But for some reason Florida...
Well, South Carolina man has to be a second.
Is there, though?
There's got to be a South Carolina man. That's our mission, to find South Carolina man stories, because there's a lot of dumb shit that goes on down here too.
I just feel that Florida doesn't discriminate at all towards any story. Whatever the story is, they don't care. Online it goes.
I think they took it because it became viral and they just ran with it.
Yeah, maybe.
And now it's like every stupid thing that
But
happens.
does that really help you with tourism and stuff? Does that help?
Maybe,
Or does
like,
that hurt?
hey, I want to go see a real Florida man. And at first, when I heard about this whole phenomenon of Florida man, I thought it was like an actual Florida person doing dumb shit.
Oh, like one person?
It's just Florida man, but no, it's Florida man, Florida woman, Florida child, Florida gators. There's all sorts of dumb shit.
And
We've
this
seen
dude
our
was
fair share.
found in a swampy area. It's Florida, man.
Yeah, literally.
Like, but seriously, in the dark. Like, I know he was drunk, but I will never get too drunk to not think of gators outside in a swamp or snakes.
Yeah,
Or
that's
like,
how people go missing.
like, what are you doing?
They're idiots, dude. They're
Oh
not that bright.
I don't know. I think screws are loose all over the damn place.
Oh, there's a lot of screws loose, especially in Florida. And Pinellas County and Broward County are two of the areas I was looking for to move, especially Broward, because that's
Good
Fort
luck to
Lauderdale.
you, because I ain't going there.
Maybe one day when you're doing a podcast and I'm down there in Florida, you can talk about me being a Florida man doing some dumb shit. Insane man screams at people walking by him on the beach. It fucking goes off on him. He calls them all sorts of names and shit. That would be me. What else? You got anything else?
No, I think that's it. I think we did good.
I think we listen. We don't have to say we did good all the time. We know we do good.
Well, no, I mean
Everyone
I'm
knows
going
we-
down the list
I
of
gotcha.
topics type stuff.
And the funny thing is like we started this podcast tonight with 3 topics written down, and
But that's
3
how we
turned
do
into
it.
5, 3 turned into 5 turned into 7 and 10, and now we're just going through things. And this is how it works, man. This is how things work best for
Is
us.
that how
I
we
think.
normally do it, though? We start slow, and then like we hit a stride at like 20 minutes in.
Not when we first started doing the podcast. And when we first started doing it, we used to specifically have topics written out, and we would go through those topics and then be done, and then like ramble a little bit off the topic, and then.
Yeah.
But now we just kind of all right, let's just do one.
We'll see how it comes out.
And
And if
they
it
come
comes
out
out decent
pretty
enough,
decent.
we'll throw it up.
Yeah, they come out pretty decent every time, so I'm not too worried about it anymore.
As
You know?
long as we're not slurring our words too bad.
As long as we don't get too fucking drunk, man, and these people can hear the beers pop, and they're probably keeping a mental note. You know, like, how's this guy keto and he drinks so much beer? Well, I'm done with
That's
beer.
because he
After
doesn't
today-
fucking eat, man.
Yeah, I mean, you got to sacrifice something. But after tonight, I am taking a very long hiatus from beer, so I'm just throwing it out there right now.
Oh, can we talk about that real quick?
What's
Because that was a big deal. You came home. I needed soda, number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, you needed your soda for your upcoming day off,
Oh, yeah.
which is the 0-calorie Pepsi,
Zero
cherry,
calorie,
whatever
zero
the fuck
sugar
it is.
Pepsi. Yep. Wild cherry Pepsi. Yeah, you got it.
So you brought it home, and as soon as you brought it out of the car, because you're like, I'm going to need the door open, so I open the door. I see you bring the 12-packs out of the car,
Leaking
and it's
immediately.
leaking everywhere. And I'm like, what the fuck?
The back seat of the car.
So I ran out and I grabbed the one that was leaking, which of course was yours. And
but I'm okay with it because I don't really need it as much as you. You like need that shit.
All right, with the jab.
No, like it's
I know I do.
We talked about you being obsessed with soda.
I can't function without my goddamn soda. I'm not a coffee drinker. I'm a soda drinker. But so I brought it into the sink and I opened up the whole container, the whole box or whatever. Rinsed all the cans off and I found one can, and it looked like it was slit with like a razor blade.
So some person was probably unboxing it or something, like because they come wrapped in plastic.
I don't know what the fuck happened, but it was a clear like line just sliced, and it was leaking everywhere. And I'm like, fucking hell, you asshole!
It makes no sense because it wasn't leaking when I was in line at the store.
Yeah, so like
it only did it when I was in the car.
It must have the can must have turned a certain way because it was
Something
slice
weird
was
happened.
Probably facing up, and then in the car the can slowly kind of turned on its side.
Some weird impossible shit happened, and of course it had to happen inside my car from that container because it had to ruin my backseat.
It just had to happen to your soda.
Exactly, to my soda in my car, my backseat. After I've walked around the store with it, and
Listen,
it was not.
Did I
leaking.
ever say on this podcast how the story about my dad? He is known for.
Go ahead and tell this one. I don't think it's been told.
When we lived up in New York, he is known for he likes to stock up on stuff. Because my stepmother, actually, she's the reason why I'm obsessed with soda. It's because of her. And so she likes soda more than I do. Which is very hard to believe if you know how much I drink. But, so he would go, Price Chopper is the grocery store that's up there. And he would go and buy 4, 12 packs, 6 12 packs, whatever the hell the sale was. It was buy one, get 3 free, whatever because they had crazy sales. And he would buy them. And he wouldn't have the storage room to put the soda in. So he would bring a 12-pack in and leave the rest in the trunk. Well, he called me one day because it got below freezing at night. He went to go and grab a damn 12-pack out of the freaking trunk, and every can was just completely exploded all over his freaking car. And he was so pissed off.
Oh, yeah.
He called me bitch and make sure you don't leave the soda in the fucking car. And I'm like, well, obviously, it's cold outside. He went off. Every single can was just completely exploded.
His car was a wreck, and it smelled like fucking beer and sticky soda and shit.
Yeah, because he did have the beer too.
Yep.
He would buy up there. It was cases which were 30 cans.
Oh, I missed 30 packs.
So he just had it all in the trunk, and everything just exploded that night, and I was just laughing. Oh my god! And every time someone says something there's always memes that go up on Facebook when it's too cold or too hot. Make sure you bring your carbonated drinks inside the house, you know, and I always tag him in it because he's fucking moron. Who doesn't know that? Seriously, and I laugh so damn hard. Because it's just the dumbest thing.
Yeah, it was a fucking mess. You wasted all that money, and you had to spend more money to clean your damn car out.
I said it to you several times because it's so damn hot down here. You're like, I'll just pick it up on my lunch and leave it in the car and park it in the shade. And the whole time I'm like, oh my god, is the beer okay? Is the soda okay? You're leaving it in there for hours. It hasn't exploded yet. You're like, no, it's fine. I'm waiting for the day that it fucking explodes in the car.
The one time you told me to bring it in the store, and I did, someone stole a can out of it because they thought it was for the store. I'm like, dude, so you don't think that, hey, is this community or is this someone's thing?
That's when you put a sticky note or a big ass thing
people
on
are
there.
Fucking dumb as shit. They don't pay attention. They don't know how to read. People
I get
don't
that.
look. They grab it.
But it's always easier for you to get it on your lunch than because once you punch out, all you want to do is go home.
I just want to
right?
get the 501 track.
You don't want to stop and pick up shit. So
exactly.
It's just I get nervous when stuff is left in the car, even for a couple hours, because it gets hot as shit down here.
So let me ask you this question real quick before we move on to the final stage here. Because Vince Russo brought up something during the show in the very beginning. He's like, "Oh, you guys gonna get on the camera?" We've been asked this a lot.
Well, we talked about it.
Yeah, let's just say, what would be your scenario for us to finally do this? And mine is obvious, paying off the house, getting out of this job, getting into a bullshit.
So basically, that means years.
Yeah, I mean,
but you have a job that you
We don't even talk about it really. We don't mention anything very vague.
We can't.
Well,
number one, we can't mention the name.
Yeah.
We can't say where you were.
And I'm fine with that. I don't want to mention anyone's name.
Not that we badmouth the job. It's just
No.
like you can't.
No, it's just.
But
like,
it's.
I don't think anyone would have.
But like I feel like I am free to say what the hell I want.
Yeah.
Like if I get banned from Twitter or YouTube or whatever the hell it is,
Anonymity.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like I can say what the hell I want without a problem. I don't really like. If you think I'm stupid, that's fine. You know, I don't give a shit.
Exactly.
You can say whatever the fuck you want.
Because I'm an
But
idiot.
if I have a problem with certain things that are being done with movies or whatever, I should be able to voice my opinion without people getting so prissy.
Yeah.
Like, and so freaking stupid. That's my only thing. And, like, I don't need my real name or my face out there. And then people showing up at the fucking door. And I'm not saying that we're that big. I'm not saying that at all.
But
I'm
people
just saying.
dox people for dumb shit.
But, you know.
And that's what they do. Like, they'll dox you. They'll get your personal information.
We can't say for sure if anyone in this neighborhood fucking listens to a podcast and if they just stumble upon ours. Like,
it's
no,
very
I'm
possible. This month we've had thousands and thousands and thousands of listens, and it's a pretty big one in this area.
I'm more worried about that, like, at a later date. Like, I'm not talking now, like a year or two from now, where maybe we have like a
better grasp on things. Yeah, maybe.
I don't need no one being like, well, you said. No, get the fuck out of here. Like, you get off your high horse.
I did say it. You know,
I just don't want to deal with the drama. So
yeah.
I'd rather be anonymous and just say what I really feel. And, like, if you don't like it, you don't like it. And if you do, you do good.
Yeah. I think what would happen is they would see me before you, but I would have to get into a better place right now with certain things. Like, certain things would have to be done.
See, I think you really don't care. Except for your job.
Yeah, it's my job.
I care a little bit.
Yeah.
And so that stops me from it. So that's my opinion.
I truly don't care. It's just
I don't want to
be
pissing people off, but I don't want to
sugarcoat things. Like, I'm not going to pretend, because, you know, a lot of these people are pretending. Like, a lot of the ones that are running for office in certain positions right now are pretending because they completely changed their views and are on board with this social justice bullshit.
But our Bitmojis, our little icon there.
Yeah. They're pretty legit. They look pretty much like what we look
That's
like.
how I have my hair. We both have glasses. Like, you have a shaved head. That's exactly how I have my hair every single day. It's up like that. Yeah. Like, that's who we are.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
So, like, whatever. Like, that's, you know, just imagine that. Walking around the house.
I think I'm more open to doing them for interviews. So if, like, someone does want to do it, like, if we do another Vince interview and he wants to do it, I might do it, but not go live on Twitch.
Okay, well, that's something. Because,
it's a step in the right direction.
I mean, only one person out there knows what the hell we look like.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's Ben Hameen.
Ben, good old Ben. We FaceTime with Ben and talk. That's
right. He caught us off guard. He FaceTimed us and we answered it. We're like, oh, fuck.
It's the proprietor of the brand. The leader. Our leader.
And I remember saying to him, like, dude, no one knows what the fuck we look like. And he thought that was hilarious.
He thought it was great, which is... I mean, it's not like we're sitting here saying, like, these earth-shattering things, but it could be earth-shattering for us.
No, but, like...
Because people are so sensitive now.
People are too sensitive, and I want to be able to speak my mind, and that's all. Like, you know, you're not going to make everyone happy.
Never, ever, ever. But, we know this better than anybody.
You know, it is what it is. Whatever.
Mm-hmm. But I'll tell you what's going to make me happy. What's about to happen as soon as we end this podcast.
Nothing's happening, people. Nothing is fucking happening. We went almost a whole goddamn podcast without anything being said.
It's going down.
It's not. It is not, and let's just end it there.
Right, so I implore everyone to go back and listen to the Vince Russo interview. It is probably our favorite one so far. Very good, very entertaining, very funny guy. Check him out on all of his things. You know, it's in the podcast description, all the links. You know, that kind of stuff is out there. So you guys can check him out. Check out the brand, our family. Good people, you know. We appreciate them. We appreciate you. And we would like you guys to...
Appreciate all the Twitter. Because we got
a lot of Twitter replies.
A bunch today. Even our loyal fans from before were retweeting and liking everything that we're saying. And then we got new ones today, which was amazing, that were retweeting and stuff. So we appreciate all that, too. Because Twitter is
buying a t-shirt.
Popping, man. Twitter is amazing the last couple days.
And someone's buying a t-shirt. Miss Sherry's buying a t-shirt. So we appreciate it. And we want to see a picture of you wearing that t-shirt online.
But it's not just a t-shirt. Like...
And the tour.
That website, if you look, You can do hats and bags and like seriously curtains. Who's gonna buy curtains? But you can buy.
Why not?
Like if you press the one drop down menu or whatever, you can buy hoodies and all sorts of freaking shit, which is awesome.
Get geared up. Get geared up for the wintertime. Perfect Christmas presents. Our ugly mugs in our fucking shirt. It'd be awesome. Give them the gift of gab. We have the gift of gab. At least we like to think so. At least with each other, we entertain each other.
But she said no more dick pics.
Yeah, no, she's gonna get creative and send something. She's gonna send something.
Dude, I love her. I think she's great. She's so fucking funny.
I want to see some tits. I'm about to see hers in a minute.
God. Oh my god. Please don't send pictures, man.
Well, anyway, you can find us on Twitter at Voices of Misery.
I swear to God, if titty pictures start coming up, I'm gonna freak out.
You can send your tit pits to Voices of Misery podcast at gmail.com. Facebook may come back. We don't know. Maybe if we give our real name and phone number to these people, they'll fucking give us.
No, we decided last night we're gonna make a fake account and just go with it.
Something's gonna have to happen. It'll be Joe Blow.
Because we were seriously you can't do that. It has to be a real name.
Well, I'm about to get Joe blown in a minute, so I'm trying to stop stalling.
I can't. Anybody. I just can't. Someone needs to come here to South Carolina and fucking help my ass.
And just put a bullet in my head, just like that guy who blows brains out.
Someone needs to come and help me. I don't know what is happening.
And what else am I missing here?
I don't know, because I'm like completely sidetracked now.
So yeah, we got Twitter, Gmail, Facebook,
Podbean.
And Podbean, voicesofmisery.podbean.com. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of Voice of Misery Podcast. You got anything you want to say?
No, I got to run for my life in about 2 seconds.
Yeah,
so
you can't run faster than me. I'm on keto. I lost all that weight.
Fuck me, man.
Ready, set, go.
Yo, law infidel, it's Hacker Hameen here. I just wanted to take a minute and give a shout out to our boys on the independent media scene at Voices of Misery on Twitter. Give them a follow or check them out, voicesofmisery.podbean.com. They're doing the same thing we are, trying to build their platform, overcome corporate media by putting out great content for all their listeners every week. So check them out. Again, Voices of Misery, wherever you get all your content, iTunes, I'm sure they're on Stitcher, Spotify, wherever you guys get it. Listen, because they're hooking us up all month long. All the content you hear at hackerhameen.podbean.com is because they sponsored us this month. So do us a solid. Go back over there. Let's all support each other. And we're going to overcome together this corporate media that is so bunk that none of us want to listen to it anymore. So yo, law infidels, that's not a ask. That's a command. Hacker Hameen says you will follow at Voices of Misery, or else I'll put some misery in your life. YOLO.
Ring the bell, cause the pain is so vital. He can lose by a count, I'm still retaining the title. You can win by DQ, which is soft.